don't even say good morning or nothing. Like, it's a Friday. It's the first show of 2026. Nigga can't get in his mood a little bit. Like, damn, no good morning or nothing, nigga. What the fuck? Alexa, pause. Hold on, y'all look too dark. Hold on, let me bring some light in here. It's because I opened the light thing. Hold on. We got one chance in this. Q-Sim, what's good, bro? Hold on. Champ, what's good? I thought opening that would have made it brighter, but unfortunately, maybe I do not need it brighter. Man. All right, good morning to everybody that's in here. I think I'm cool like this. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily facts and stats show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time until like 3 o'clock probably today, something like that. We got obviously some college football to talk about. That's going to dominate the show today. I'm super duper excited to talk about college football. Unfortunately, although my team came up short. After that, we'll be previewing this week 18, the last week of the NFL regular season. We'll be previewing week 18 games, all the games that matter. Let us know who you have winning them games. All the games that matter. Ravens Steelers game, Bucks Panthers game, Seahawks Niners game. And that's what that's going to be looking like. And then we're going to get into the NBA. I mean NFL. I'm having a burnt moment. NFL. Oh, and then anything NBA related. So I just pretty much spoke to what we're going to be talking about on the show today. Or OSU and Georgia stunned. OSU were upset by Miami, and then Georgia obviously was upset by Ole Miss. We're going to talk about Oregon shutting out Texas Tech. I believe they won a game 23-0. And there's the Alabama question mark. Like, Alabama is just not Alabama no more. Like, the thought of having to play Alabama and shit like that growing up and things of what it is, like, even me going back to high school shit before that, high school on down, it ain't what it is no more. So we're going to talk about Alabama getting destroyed by Indiana. Like I just said, NFL Week 18 preview. It then hit on some things around the NBA. And that'll be a show today. Hopefully like 11 to 2, 2:30. Because my suspension on TikTok is finally uplifted. And I wanted to go live last night on TikTok for my first time. But as y'all can see, my background is different. So I had to reset up my computer and all that stuff. And I was having trouble doing that for whatever reason. So we are going to go ahead and get into everything immediately today. First and foremost, if you're on the YouTube side of things, make sure you all hit that subscribe button for me. I would definitely appreciate that extended support. Also, would love for you all to hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across facts and stats. Be willing to listen to the show. Be willing to type in the chat. More importantly, be willing to join the stage and talk sports to myself and whoever else may be on the stage at that time. Also, if you're on YouTube and you want to extend your support for the platform, as you can see, I'm sitting at 22 members on YouTube. Hold on. To join the stage. I'm sitting at 22 members on YouTube. So if you want to extend your support in that aspect as well, feel free to become a member. The link is in the description on this video. Also, if not, you can send super chats and or super thanks at any time. Hey, here's a $2. Here's $5. Here's $7. Whatever the case may be. All extended support will be greatly appreciated. If you're on Twitch, same thing. Hit that follow button if you're not following already. And then if you guys want to extend your support for the platform as well, you can either sub through Prime or you can sub through Twitch, or you can send like bits or cheers or something like that. And it's pretty much extending your support for the platform as well. If you have Amazon Prime though, I would advise you to sub through Amazon. I gotta fix my keyboard and my mic situation, bro. Like I don't know. If you storm me off, hold on. All right, I'm gonna do it like this. If you got Amazon Prime, I would advise you to sub through Amazon Prime, as you get one free subscription per month. If you have Amazon Prime, I would advise you to sub through Amazon Prime, as you get one free subscription per month. All right, y'all. Happy Friday, first and foremost, again.
Let's go.
First show of 2026 fell on a Friday. I cannot wait for Monday's show because either Ravens fans are going to be happy or Steelers fans are going to be happy. Either Bucks fans are going to be happy or Panthers fans are going to be happy. Either Jada going to come in here crying on Monday or Sunday or Saturday actually. Or Jada going to come here and say, yeah, Ev, I told you so, I told you so. And either I'm going to run some laps up to y'all about the Ravens, or either I'm going to get clowned about the, well, can't really clown me, but yeah. Like, what can y'all say that y'all didn't say already? Y'all thought our season was over when we lost to the Patriots, so don't really matter, to be honest. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into everything at the moment. I'll be all around the world, bro. I moved to a new state, gang. Trust. What you mean? What? Not the real deal. What did I say? To get the show started if you want to join the stage, you got to join the stage through the Facts and Stats Discord. My bad, y'all. If you want to join the stage, you got to join the stage through the Facts and Stats Discord. If you want to join the stage, you have to join the stage through the Facts and Stats Discord, which I am in myself now at this moment. Turn on camera. All right, here we go. Which I'm now in myself as well. So let me also notify the Discord. And I got to take some time tomorrow and Sunday to do that. There's a way that you can send an automated message to Discord about being live on YouTube and Twitch versus me having to do it manually. So I got to look into that tomorrow. I almost had it done, but yeah. Also, 2026, y'all, I'll be refocused and reshifting a lot of my focus to Miss Larry Hoover. Felt like you followed the other day, but if you unfollowed and followed again, either way, appreciate that support. Appreciate that follow. 2026, we refocused a lot on the Facts and Stats apparel side of things as well. That will be back. The Humble Up shirts and things like that. Before we know, y'all's gonna be spring, by the way. Before we know, it's gonna be spring. So I cannot wait for that. But us East Coast folks, we still got about 2 more months. 2 more months of this super duper cold weather, especially us DMV folks. Am I lagging to anybody else in the chat? No, I was just lagging at that moment. I don't think I'm lagging no more. I don't think I'm delayed still. I know when I'm lagging. I don't think I'm delayed still. Am I delayed still? I should be good now. But either way, college football playoffs. This past Thursday, we had I'm still lagging? Well, let me know. Is that a sign saying no show today? I got my LAN cable in. I don't know why I'm lagging, to be honest. Look like I'm fine. Yeah, I think I'm. It's off and on. Well, not much troubleshooting I can do in that aspect. No way I'm gonna be lagging here. I hope not. But either way, on Wednesday, as I was saying, y'all, if I'm lagging, y'all don't gotta keep typing it. It's nothing that I can do, to be honest. I'm gonna do a Q series. Am I lagging on YouTube? There's literally nothing that I can do right now, y'all, to be honest. I'm gonna do NQ Sims. Am I lagging on YouTube? Or anybody that's watching on YouTube, am I lagging on YouTube? That's bogus, man. I got the LAN cable in and everything. Anybody watching on YouTube, or if somebody can go to the YouTube from Twitch and let me know if I'm lagging and how was it there, please. If anybody can do that. Unfortunately, I have nothing that I can do about that at the moment. But even my connection looks super duper low on OBS. It's not crazy. My connection looks super bad on OBS. Okay, we can hear you good. That's all that matters. All right, we'll push through. Wednesday, we had the team that I thought was the best in college football. Yeah, I told y'all this. I told y'all this literally on Wednesday. I said, I said, what I say? All right. I thought that Ohio State was the best team in college football. But after Georgia became like so playing so good, in my opinion, I felt like Georgia had the chance to win it all. Uh, but then also, I feel like some things were exposed, or they didn't look as good as I would have assumed or thought against Indiana. Because reality situation is they just haven't played that many good teams this year. I mean, just reality of the situation, in my opinion, at least. I'm referring to Ohio State. Uh, they went up against Miami. Miami got the win 24-14, and they simply dominated it, in my opinion. Ohio State, Miami simply dominated, literally dominated on the trenches, and that's what won them the game. Offensive line play, especially defensive line play. Shout out to Bain. Excuse me. Shout out to Bain. Shout out to Messidor. Shout out to that whole entire defense for the most part. Now, obviously, Jeremiah Smith was Jeremiah Smith. Nothing but high praise for him coming out of that game. 7 catches, 157 yards, and a touchdown. But they needed assistance. They needed help elsewhere. And Julian saying a lot of mistakes, a lot of plays on that field. He wish he could have back 100%. BJ, I want to shout out BJ. BJ had Miami winning that game, coming into that game. He bet the spread and money line, I believe. But I mean, all I really want to say is I was impressed, man. A lot of the key guys performed it for Miami in this game. Only their best player or one of their best offensive players, Malachi Tony, didn't have a great game. He didn't really have too much of an impact in that game. But Mark Fletcher on the ground was amazing. 19 carries for 90 yards. And also C.J. Daniels and the other wide receivers were solid in the game as well. So I mean, I was just impressed with how Miami dominated. Ohio State tried to make the late push, come back in the second half. It obviously wasn't enough. A lot of questionable calls there, missed field goal here and there. But really, just hats off to Miami and how well they performed the whole entire game for the most part. And if I'm lagging y'all, please. If I'm still lagging y'all, please let me know. If I'm open to y'all letting me know and on Twitch if I'm still lagging. Please let me know. Ted, you should be able to come up by yourself, bro. I want you to know how to maneuver on that or work with that. You gotta press the hand thing and then press it again. Yeah, there you go. All right, bet. I got one thing. Said Tony wasn't gonna do anything, so I'm lagging bad, but my camera, but just cam, but you fine. So what about this? What if I do this? What if I turn my camera off? Then there's no problem, right? If I turn my camera off like this, then I'm not lagging, right? Like the video, like my audio was not choppy. My audio not going in and out. It was just the camera. If I just turn my camera off, all that defeats the purpose. But wouldn't that just be better? I'm just trying to understand. Wouldn't that be better if I just turn my camera off? But either way, we got Tiz up here. Uh, what's the word, bro? Hear your thoughts about this game, and I can bounce off some of the things that you're saying. Hold on, hold on. I can't hear you. Hold on. You say something again, bro?
Yo,
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right, bet. What's good?
um, first of all, totally embarrassment. Embarrassed. To be honest, failure of a season, bro. Um, you have eight, you have eight unanimous All Americans on the team, and you get first round exit. It's a failure of a season. To the game, um, Miami D line, bro. They put belt to ass from start to finish. Um, I think to me, honestly, um, we from the start to the finish, we just didn't look prepared, bro. Like we were talented, but I'm gonna be honest, we didn't look like we belonged on that field, as far as on the offensive side of the ball. And I've been in here talking all year. The offensive side of the ball is really our calling card, but our defense carried us throughout the season. Besides the pick six, the defense still only allowed 17 points. Remember, I told you before the game, the magic number is 21. You get to 21, you will win. Because the defense will get enough stops or enough plays for us to win the game. The offense got to go handle their business. And another week and another big game, they didn't. So, like I said, bro, it's I don't want to. I wanted to start off by giving Miami and as far as their D line a lot of credit. They had our O line shook. They had Julian shook the whole entire game. But at the end of the day, I don't. They got to Julian, but I think I just heard you say I came in late, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Julian left a lot of players on that field, bro. Like a lot. He missed a lot of open guys. Like it's been a problem all year. But credit to what y'all were saying, and which I will give y'all credit now that the season over, and you know what I mean. I'm off of it now. She was 2 days ago. That's a testament to you not playing the teams that you need to play, bro. You can get away with that type of shit. You know what I mean? You can big play. To me, he was big play hunting the whole game, not taking what the defense give him, and it
Playing from
showed.
iPhone.
I do think Miami defense I mean defensive line had a lot to do with it. But some of them sacks, bro, to me, when I watched back some of the clips, it wasn't just the D line, the offensive line. He was taking sacks. Like it's not. Granted, I don't want to say it in a way to discredit them, but a lot of them sacks he just took from being shook and scared and don't want to don't want to get the ball in his hand, maybe to not throw a turnover, maybe not to put the ball in harm's way. But my nigga, man, you gotta in games like this, and then we seen a lot of other games throughout the weekend. You gotta have a quarterback, man. Like if your quarterback ain't poised, if your quarterback ain't ready to play, if your quarterback ain't ready to play and go out there and really make plays to will your teams to win, more times than not, bro, you're gonna lose. And it's I don't understand how. One thing I didn't understand from jump. This is from jump from the first quarter, like the first couple drives. You had 2 weeks to prepare for this. Everybody knows who's on Miami defensive line. They have three NFL players, legit three NFL players. We don't have not one NFL offensive lineman. Make that clear, not one. They have three defensive line NFL players. The game plan for 2 weeks. You know this for two. Well, you know this for a week. My fault. You know this for a week because they played Texas A&M. So you know this for a week. From start, the game plan should have been keep an inline tight end in and chip all blocks. That should have been every fucking play. Every play that we kept a tight end in line or we either chip blocked them, you go look at it yourself. The play went for like 10 yards a play. Legit every time. And once they seen that they started having success with that, they went right back to regular scheduled programming. Leave them on the island. Leave Bane on the island. Leave Mister on the island. Leave Big 99. You know what I'm saying? No double teams, no nothing. Just hope one on one, our man win against your man. No, my nigga. These are you gotta understand. These are NFL players that you're playing with. Yes, this is college football, but these are NFL players. We don't have not one. I don't understand how that wasn't the game plan for the whole entire game because when we did it, it worked. All our plays down the field literally came from us chip blocking, keeping inline tight ends in, and we stopped doing it. That should have been an every play thing. It should have been a lot of tight ends on that fucking field every goddamn play. So that to me, that's coaching, bro. Like and since we won the championship in 2015, right, with the Zeke, but that wasn't Urban. I mean, that wasn't Day. That was Urban. Every since this playoff shit started, every Ryan Day team, if you look back throughout the years, even hell, even when we played Michigan these last 4 years, bro, we always lose. The game always turns, and we always look back at what? What would you say?
What are y'all saying?
The
Uh,
trenches.
oh, the trend.
It's the
Okay.
trenches.
Trenches.
It's the trenches, bro. You can't. You. We lost 4 years to Michigan due to the trenches, bro. Just them running the fucking ball all up the field. When a pass play come, you just check down and all down the field, and we can't stop the shit, bro. They Carson Beck and he didn't do nothing crazy. He didn't have a crazy game, but I do want to give him credit to he made the play that needed to be made. Anytime there was a free lane to run the ball, to extend the drive or move the chains, however you want to put it, he did that. And the difference between him and Julian the other day, and this is a big thing. Carson Beck, even though Carson Beck is not that good, experience matters. It matters. I don't give a fuck how good and he is or not. He played that game like he been there before. Julian Sand played that game like he haven't, and I think that's what you. I think that was the all in all calling card, bro. Carson Beck been in them type of games for years, and it showed. He didn't put the ball in harm's way like I thought he was. Um, um, if it was a big play down the field, if he felt like it wasn't there, he didn't make it. All he did was check down the field, throw the ball to the flats, and make and let his receivers make plays. And when nothing was open, what did he do? He took off and ran for first downs. That's how you beat us. You don't beat us with explosives. You beat us with just marching us down the field, and that's what he did, bro. So all in all, bro, it was an embarrassment performance, bro. I don't think my defense made enough plays like they have throughout the year, but at the end of the day, they only gave up 17 fucking points. And that's the most that they gave up all year. Indiana has 17 points on it. So the defense, they were getting yards, but they weren't scoring touchdowns, bro. Like that's what our defense is. You can get yards, but you're not scoring touchdowns. The calling card was 21 points, bro. You get 21 points in that game, you win. It is what it is, bro. So it's it was an embarrassment, bro. Like it's no way in hell you get first rounded, bro. It's no way with 8 All-Americans. It's is it's players and coaching, bro. I don't want to just blame the players and just blame the coach. No, it was a collective of all. That was a team plus coaching staff loss, bro. They were not prepared for that game, in my opinion. In no way or facet of the game, bro. So uh credit to Miami. They hit us in the mouth just like Indiana did. Taking no credit away from them. They out coached our coach, just like Indiana coach did, and you know what I mean. It is what it is, bro. It was an embarrassment, bro. That's all I could. That shit was embarrassing. I don't stand for that shit. And I told Rod and Miles, we have guys leaving, right? We do have guys leaving to go to the NFL. Um, but for the guys that are coming back, or the guys that are coming back or have years of eligibility, or guys starters that's not leaving, that's coming back. I'm not gonna lie, it needs to be some fucking evaluations, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it needs to be some talks. Like that shit ain't it, bro. Because the guys who stepped up were the guys who about to leave. The niggas who coming back and all the debt pieces, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like that shit needs to be reevaluated, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. They need to go hit the portal strong. They got to. Because that depth looked real fucking shaky the other day. It really did. So, like I said, embarrassing season. This was a championship or bust, and it was a bust. It is what it is. Credit to Miami. Like I said, they hit us in the mouth and they won the game, bro.
Hey,
Appreciate.
Ted, did y'all know that in the Indiana and Miami games, I think y'all only had 7 second half drives combined in those two games, and them two were like one score games or games that you were trailing in. Y'all don't go fast enough.
Oh,
Like,
I was. Oh, let me get to that. Let me get to that in my breakdown.
okay,
You said what? I didn't even hear you. Say it
He was talking
again.
about our pace. He was talking about our pace.
yeah, y'all go
Oh
slow.
yeah, yeah. We play like we in middle school.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
Rye.
what's good? Happy New Year to all y'all.
Happy New Year, bro.
Yeah, man. I was. I put this also on me. I was too optimistic about this team this year. A lot of things that Tez just said. You could have said that any week of the season watching this team play. Saying, I see why they were babying him. He not ready. He wasn't ready this year. I don't know what we doing coaching wise. Ryan Day has this philosophy where quarterbacks don't need to run because he's scared of having a Justin Fields situation. He got to let that go. Sange had lanes to run, like make a play, fight for our season. It looked like he didn't want to fight for us. He just, playing out there, throw it away. Like in the second half, he had it multiple times. End of the first half, he had multiple times to run, get a first down, or run out of bounds, like do something to get the drive, like keep the drive going. But he just threw the ball away ample times. It's just like, okay, he missed too many guys all season, like all season. Brandon Ennis, he wears number one. He was open primarily, I think, all season. Saying didn't throw the ball to him. Like he saying would see him open, go to the next read. Why throw the ball like on that first drive in that game? Ennis is open, middle of the field, doesn't throw it, throws the ball out of bounds. We go 3-and-out. I'm gonna say the play in the red zone before the pick six. Max Clare. I feel bad for Max Clare. He pulled Max Clare all year. Max Clare could have had 300 yards and probably like 5 touchdowns if Sam would just throw them. Max Clare came across the middle of the field, wide open end zone, wide open. Didn't throw the ball to him. Next play, pick six because Jeremiah didn't make a block on Scott. And shout out that DB. That's a real good DB. If you need a DB in the drive, go get Scott, bro. He like that for what I've seen. Miami played well. D line, their D line was amazing. Shout out Bang, shout out Mesidor, shout out the whole D line. They gave our guys problems all night. We did make adjustments on our snap count. Like Bane and Mesidor were like timing up our snap count. They knew our snap count. They were like, if you go watch, they were jumping at 2 seconds every time, and they knew right when the ball's being snapped. And they had sand in hell all night. To defense, I can't even lie. Matty P kind of let us down because we could have, at least play some man coverage or something. Like Indiana showed you what to do versus you. Just throw it, just throw it down. Check it down. You don't got to make really much plays versus defense. We giving you cushion. No adjustments. We just kept playing off on the wide receivers, and that's all you saw last night was just flat, 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 5 yard pass, 5 yard pass, and it wasn't there. Beck would take off. Beck and get a play. Now to just speaking on Day, this slow pace shit all year. He told us. I think I want to say week 10. I want to say he came out and first said we're saving that pace for later in the year. You can't do that in football. You can't save pace. You can't do that. You have to replicate that every week. You have to show tempo every week if you want to play like that. Just because you do it in practice don't mean that means it translates to in game. And that's where we failed at. I think we are the slowest paced team in the playoff this year. At all teams, we were the slowest pace. And last night you saw Ole Miss was the highest fast paced team. And you saw it, and you saw what they did to the Georgia defense. Some of those Georgia defenders with gas and everything. That's how you got to play in college football. You can't play slow. I didn't get why we were playing slow here. And look what happened. And running back room.
you know why. We just answered our own fucking question. We know
Yeah,
why.
yeah, we
We
know.
didn't. I would say we didn't understand it.
Yeah,
I want to just rephrase it. We didn't understand it, but we know why. Like we know why now. So
yeah. But to the running back room though, if we had Trey or Judd in a Miami game, they at least break one run for a touchdown. We got some mid backs in that room. Like Bo Jackson is all right, but when he gets to that second gear, he don't have it. Like we could have had some big runs against Miami, but we didn't have it. We don't got no explosive back in that room, so we got to go get an explosive back out the portal because we just can't have backs like that at Ohio State. Man, it's a lot of stuff about this whole staff. I could say like it's just bad, honestly. Like they gotta do something about the staff. You have to go get the elite offensive mind. That Heartline shit, I was understanding with it. I was cool with it, but no, gang. You can't. Heartline's terrible. Heartline's going to South Florida, going to Tampa Bay. 3 years, he's going to be fired in 3 years. That nigga's ass. But not even gonna get on Hardline. He didn't do shit besides on the sidelines for the clipboard. But Tim Walton, our DB coach, he need to be evaluated. We haven't had not one good looking DB worth a damn in these past couple seasons. Excluding Caleb Downs, he doesn't get a transfer. He got coached by Saban. The rest of them niggas, no. Denzel Burke ass in the league. Jermaine Matthews, we thought he was special. No, he do a lot of tweeting and get cooked on the field. Don't want to see that. Iggy, Ole Miss transfer, he was all right. The rest of the group is just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we got in there. Like, we have a freshman, a phenom we thought was going to be good, Devin Sanchez. He wears number 6. I don't know what we got in him. I don't know what we got. Sonny Styles, I love Sonny. He got exposed. He couldn't get off a block versus NFL lineman. He went against Mark Fletcher, who was an NFL size back. Got ran over. Really couldn't make much tackles on him. So I'm looking at Sonny kind of funny. Reese, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with Reese. Reese was spying all year, spying for the second half of the season. I don't know what that was. Reese, all I know is Reese better play line.
not to cut you off. They mismanaged Reese to me since October, bro. They had him doing different shit every fucking game. Like his Reese role was never consistent since that October stretch. After he started getting like hella NFL pool, like first overall fucking pick, top 5 pick. Before that, you seen a consistent role with Arvell Reese. But since he got his buzz though, when he started getting national media recognition,
man, he
what they were asking that nigga to do every game was not consistent, bro. And I don't think that's fair to him. Like you can't switch up what he does best every fucking game. What he does best is what you have to make him with what you have to tell him to go out there and fucking do. If you want him to be an edge, put him on the edge. If you want him to be a fucking linebacker, put him at linebacker. Don't flip-flop with him. Make him an edge just 2 plays. The next drive he playing all linebacker. Then the third drive he the hybrid guarding the flats. Now they mismanaged him the last like 5 weeks, 6 weeks of the season, bro. And I don't think that's fair to him because Arvell Reese is one of the best fucking players in the country. But the shit that they like you said, then they had him spying for a couple plays. They weren't consistent, bro. And to me, that's not fair to him, bro. Because he got his buzz playing a consistent role on the defense, and they fucked that all up for him, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. It's just he should have been in line, bro. Like we should just put him on the line. Keanu Jackson, bro. It's too many. We got 2 players on defense that parents should just be online talking, and sometimes they just need to get their day account. Keanu Jackson was ass. Caden Curry, he did a little something, but Keanu Jackson was just ass. He didn't do shit. Arvell should have been playing edge at least. Like Arvell, not to me, from what I've been seeing, Arvell not really good in coverage. He just needs to be on the line, playing edge. Like put him there. Don't put him in coverage. Overall, bro, this saying gonna be QB next year. Hopefully he gets whatever. Like he learns from this. He was inexperienced this year, cool, but he didn't progress at all. He was the same quarterback since week 1, and that's the issue. How are you a QB whisperer, offensive minded coach, but your quarterback doesn't get no better at all through the season? What are you doing? What exactly are you doing at practice every day? So we got a lot of work to do up here in Columbus. It ain't looking good. That's all I gotta say.
Would y'all support Jeremiah Smith if he transferred to Miami for his last year?
I don't think he'll do that, but if
You a
what?
funny nigga.
Nah,
You a
I'm just asking,
funny
y'all
nigga,
support,
boy.
y'all support that? Y'all know that's,
He
y'all
not
know
gonna.
that's,
Brother.
yeah, I know,
That nigga,
but y'all know that's the dumb rumors on Twitter right now. But
Yeah, nah.
who they gonna have a
Jeremiah
quarterback, bro?
got Jeremiah got records to break, bro. He ain't. I ain't worried about that, bro.
First of all,
Jeremiah
you
got
gotta
one more.
figure out who
Jeremiah got
Miami
one
will
more
have a
season,
quarterback.
and by next year, especially now that he got Chris Henry on the side of him. Nigga, Jeremiah about to break every fucking Ohio State record there is next year, bro. He gonna break every last one of them. Catches, yards, touchdowns, whatever receiver stat there is. He's over halfway there now in 2 years. Like he's over half. Like he don't got that much to do to break all those fucking records. He need in one more year he gonna hold Ohio State for every receiver record by next year.
all right, anyone else got anything else to say about the game? Miami victory 24-14 over Ohio State.
Yeah, I do. It's specifically, I don't know if Ra has seen it. It was a play when Ohio State was backed up. They had Tate running up freely up the middle of the field.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
It looked like he could have had time to set his feet and throw.
Oh,
Like there was nobody around that nigga.
on that play, like a lot of people say he couldn't throw it because he was rolling left. No, he has time to set his feet
And
and
that's what I was
launch it
saying.
on the field.
Yeah, like the nigga was running freely up the middle of the field. And nobody around him.
Tate was if you pay attention, Tate was visibly pissed that game. Like
Yeah, I saw that play. He was jumping up and down, pissed off.
like that's one of the plays. Like I think it was a play where he tried to throw it to Ennis in the flat, and Tate is just like over top of the flat because Miami bit on it. Like Tate's open on the sideline, and like if you see through the camera replay, you can see Tate just jumping up and down, just pissed.
Yeah.
So our QB reads his progressions is slow. And that's the issue when we have a quarterback coach as our head coach. That's an issue.
It really is.
So I don't know what the fuck they doing.
And that's why I said in my take, if I didn't my bad. I don't want to and I was talking to Jordan Wilson about this in the chat. I don't want to take it away like Miami didn't do their job, bro. Like they put belt the ass. I'm not even gonna sit here a lot. They did. But Sand left a lot of shit on that field, bro. Like and it was just horrible, bro. Like all them sacks were not just sacks that they just caused, bro. He was taking sacks, bro. Like is motherfuckers are open, bro. You can't and like I said, this was the summary to me how I think he played. He was big play hunting, bro, the whole fucking game. And when you playing them type of team that you play, you can get away with that type of shit, bro. Against teams like this that's coming at you, got trenches, got DBs. Sometimes you just gotta take what the defense gives you, bro. That makes a good quarterback, bro. Manage the fucking game, bro. Everything ain't gotta be 40, 50 yards down the field, my nigga. Because the drive before the half, Remember, we started from the 20 with like a minute and 20 seconds. Then we got up the field in field goal range in 50 seconds, bro. And all he did was take what the defense give him the whole drive, bro. And that's all a nigga asked for throughout the course of the game. And he didn't get sacked not one time on that drive. Not one time.
He did miss because I think it was on 2nd and 2. He had a wide open lane to run. He had a good about 10,
Yeah, he
15
missed
yards,
plenty niggas.
and he just threw the ball away. That
Plenty
was
niggas.
Hold on, another thing. This is why I'm saying is something is Sunday.
Hey Miles, what's up, man?
Why?
Man,
Why
shut
as
up,
a
nigga. You can't
why
talk to
as
me.
the CEO of the team you let Jaden Fielden, our kicker, remain on the team when he has missed multiple kicks? Like when Fielden went out there to kick that field goal before half, I already knew it was a miss.
bro.
I already
Bro,
Bro,
knew it.
bro,
I was
I didn't even
laughing. I
watch
was
the
laughing the
screen,
whole way.
gang. I
bro.
didn't
I was
even
laughing
watch
the
the
whole
screen,
way.
bro. I was like, this nigga, I know he missed
Right,
this shit.
no. The crazy
Now,
part is when he missed, not one person on that sideline even reacted, bro. Then
Cause
you
They
got
didn't look
no,
shocked because they know he
cause you,
sucks. The better
bro.
kickers on the bench,
Oh, y'all
gang.
gotta understand. That's a that game thing, bro. Nigga, this is 20 what? It was
This shit
2020.
go back 3 years,
It was
gang.
yeah, it was 20
2022,
it
bro.
was 2025 when the game happened. It's 2026 now. Nigga, he been missing kicks for 5 years.
Like, come on, bro. He
And
been
I'm
missing
not.
kicks for the longest.
I want to say this. But I don't know what everybody because we've been rapping, but I want to say this. I'm done blaming Fielding, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you
that's a
why.
coaching thing.
I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, it ain't his fucking fault, bro. It was time to stop blaming the fucking kicker. He been missing kicks for 5 years, right? He constantly
Yeah,
missed clutch kicks every fucking year to either
Win the game or tie the
tie
game.
games or win games. We know that, bro. But the biggest issue is for 5 years, why is he still on the roster? Like
that's what I said. It's on him.
that's the biggest issue. Not blaming him. We can blame him all we fucking want. He's ass. We know he been ass for 5 years.
He should be on the
Why
team.
is he still on a team? That's the biggest issue. Why is he still on the team?
My nigga, shit. Ben should have got his scholarship
also,
game. No cap.
Because Ryan Day treats
hold on,
special teams like a burden. He don't care about special teams. Like our
bro.
punter's ass. Like Miami's punter was elite. If you watch, our
That
Yeah.
punter
punter can't flip the
stinks.
field.
Hey,
I,
what's up,
I
guys?
My nigga
what's
don't
up,
care about
Lolo?
special teams
Lolo,
for
what's the
real,
What's
bro.
word,
what's
my
good? What's
dog?
good? I'm good, bro. I'm at school right now, but yeah, shit, bro. That game, I don't know. It's like, bro, before the game, bro, I'm seeing, bro, Ohio State fans talking about it's gonna be like a good 28-7 or like 35-7. Or like I seen 28-0. I'm seeing these big high scoring games. I'm like, dang, bro, Ohio State don't really blow out teams though like that. So I'm like, dang, still ain't gonna do shit on that field. And the game go on, bruh. If I see the way it played, I'm like, bruh, it's gonna be a close game. But the thing is though, is Beck, don't lose us the game. If Beck play a clean game, our chances of winning is high as shit. Like just don't like try to fuck it up. And yo, but Carson, he did his thing. Like I'm shocked. And then you got Mark Fletcher, bro. He did his thing. Uh you got Scott. Like one thing about the DBs, bro, they been hitting all year. It's like what I seen is not no like damn, but when he started playing like that, or damn, what the fuck like this? Nah, they been doing that all year, bro. So like I'm proud of them, bro. Like, bro, they shot me like. I would like trash talk like Tez and Miles and all that shit, but nah, that shit not it. I'm just like,
Hey,
I'm proud. Like, I'm just proud of my team
Shout,
because for years, bro, the Hurricanes been trash for years, and I had to
23
eat
years,
that up.
gang. 23 years.
But I've been eating that shit up every year. The
Nigga still
Hurricanes
thinking about some
ass,
shit from 2002, bro. That shit sad.
Hurricanes this and that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like,
Miles, you
now
was a
I'm
little
just proud
baby,
of
bro.
them, bro. Like, now I'm proud of
Man,
them, bro.
we grown as hell now. That shit don't matter
Hey,
no
hey,
more.
hey, Lolo,
Mm-hmm.
you welcome for Keontae, my brother.
Yeah, Keontae, dog, like he is like our like leader, like
He
as far
read
as like
that game great.
DBs, like as far as the like that room, the DB room, like it's like he just our leader, like bro, whatever he says goes, bro. And everybody just on like, though without him, bro, though we'll be a fly zone every game. Like he just changed the game for us, bro. Him and Jones too. Like it's like him, like. All that shit is yeah. Yeah, it was a great game though. I ain't gonna lie, it was a great game.
Two more, bro. Make sure y'all finish the job.
Yeah, too much. Now we got Ole Miss tough ass game. Like what they did to Georgia? Ah, that shit gonna be a tough
Lolo,
ass game,
Lolo, I'm gonna
dog.
tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Your defense, to me, is way better than
It's
Georgia defense.
I feel you,
it's
but Shambliss,
it's not
that
even.
nigga
But
there is
but but the thing about it
different.
is, they said it earlier, and that's why I always say who you play matter. Like Tez just said, like
I'm a little.
I'm a finally I'm a Tez said it too, bro. If you want to be delusional, you can be delusional. Tez just said, I'm gonna finally chalk it up to like we just didn't play good enough teams. He said something in that ballpark like 10 minutes ago. And where I'm going with this is earlier in that game, if anybody watched the first Georgia and Ole Miss game, it went just like that. The only difference is
Hmm.
that Gunnar Stockton turned the fuck up and Chambliss folded. And Chambliss said after that game, the
Yeah.
lights were too bright. I was not ready. Now game two, look how he performed in that second half. He set a Rose Bowl
That
record.
nigga was ready. He was
He
balling.
he set a
That
record.
nigga there.
I think he went
Nah, that
13
nigga
straight passes
different.
with all completions, bro. Like he said, that's a
Nah, that
record.
nigga
Like
different.
so
Nah, that.
I mean that's the point. Like if you play comp and you play tough games, you can get ready for when it has to matter down the line, whether it's the Big Ten championship game, SEC championship game, or whether it's a playoff game. So
Yeah.
I mean that shit matter, bro.
I
Now your
think
Yeah.
F2, like
I'll say.
another.
Oh, okay.
Come on, are you gonna talk, Jordan? All
No,
right.
no, no. It's because I didn't really speak on the game. Like to me, first and foremost, when you're able to dominate both lines of scrimmage, more times than not, it is incredibly difficult to get beat. And Miami dominated both lines of scrimmage. Like even what their defense did, but even what their offense did, being able to just run the ball in consistent production on the ground game. But a lot of the execution stuff that Tez and Rye spoke to, there is an element of you play 13 straight games, you have a bye week here, and then you don't play football for 3.5 weeks. So some of that stuff can get a little weird, especially when you go to start games. And then it's like some of the stuff that you've just been used to doing, you almost have to get right back into the flow of things. I think that part matters. The
Yeah.
competition stuff, Ohio State probably didn't get to find out a lot about who their quarterback was until they got into a game with Indiana, until they got into the ring with Miami, because it hadn't really been.
I wouldn't say that. Even though he had a good game,
Mhm.
I think Michigan was the test because the
Yeah,
first play of
Michigan
the
was
game,
the test. He
the
threw a
first play
pick.
of the game,
He
he
threw
threw
a
a
pick.
pig. Yeah, he
True,
threw a
Yeah.
pig.
but
Man,
here's
so
my
if you don't
thing.
watch it off here, you know what Sam was though.
I
But
just
here's
think
my
that
thing though, Ted.
He's still
Y'all
a big
didn't,
play merchant though. That shit
but
not
hold
cap.
on though. Y'all didn't trail in the second half of any game until Indiana, right? So even though he threw a pick and it's like, okay, early adversity, at the end of the day, like you didn't have, it wasn't really a 4-quarter battle until you got to the Big Ten championship game. And so it's like, and those kind of things you can't replicate in practice. Those type of situations, like you can try it, but you don't really know until you actually physically get in the game. So
Well, I can't
yeah,
wait to talk about that
we forget
Indiana game.
true freshmen.
Nah, Bama went outside. I ain't gonna lie. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Let him finish, gang. Let him finish, bro.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, we forgot that he's a true freshman. So like it's like, oh, he sucked. He did this. He did that. Who I think he played pretty well in especially in the second half though. Like, I do think he played pretty well. First half was rough, but the second half though, I just don't think. I don't think you can have a 7-play, 6-yard drive and take 4.5 minutes off the clock when you're trailing.
Like what? That shit sad again.
Like,
To me, Jordan, he gonna have to get an offensive coordinator coming though.
yeah,
Him calling plays, that ain't working out. We've seen what it looked like when him calling plays.
If I could say something?
Yeah.
Let me go out to Lolo, yeah,
Let us hear from Alex.
to close it out.
Nah, like I was about to say, like, yo, like for years, like you got Georgia, Bama, Ohio State. Though they've been good from like our players, like in Fort Lauderdale or in Day, like they go to them schools. So, like now we good. Finally, hopefully, the kids from like West Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale, or but it's just going like
You want them to stay in Miami
Miami.
game?
Yeah, like because the reason why Miami though was so good, like way back then with Michael, Irvin, Ray Lewis, everybody, because they was from here, bro. Like everybody stayed in Miami. Like ain't nobody went to Ohio State, ain't nobody went to Georgia, ain't nobody went to Bama, ain't nobody went to like all these big schools. Like they all stayed home. So like hopefully now, bro, like they like dang, bro, let's just stay here. Let's stay in Miami. Like JJ was like, yo, if I knew Miami was like good, like or it was gonna be good, like I would have probably stayed home. I'm like, dang. I'm like Jeremiah Smith said that shit. I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, hopefully Briz like the start or something. Hopefully.
Yep, 100%. You can close it out, Miles, for this game.
But yeah, I mean, bro, honestly, I knew Miami's defense was good, but I didn't expect. I knew that I didn't expect their offensive line to be this good. I ain't watching a whole lot this year. The only games I really saw was I think the Notre Dame game and them two games they lost. But outside of that, defense looked soft, looked unprepared. The only person on defense that they look like they was prepared was Caleb Downs. And I think there was one clip that you seen from whenever I think Miami was in the red zone. Caleb was saying something to Jermaine, and like Jermaine just looked like there was no energy, bro. Look like these niggas, it's like look like they got punched in the mouth and didn't know how to respond to it. Only person who knew how to respond was Caleb Downs. Arvell Reese was a no show. Sonny Styles finally missed the tackle. He got exposed. He really can't cover for real. That secondary is definitely iffy, but Julian missed a lot of people, bro. He missed before he threw that pick six. He missed the tight end in the end zone, and he missed Carnell when we were started out the drive from the 10. The slow playing him, it helped him develop slower. It helped him develop, but it helped him to develop slower than what we would have liked. Um, all he got to do is get in. They just got to get offensive coordinator, fix that offensive line, get another running back. Because Bo Jackson not bad. He just a freshman. His vision just bad. He ain't got no burst for real. Like shit, like what we've seen. They do that, they'll be fine. Ryan just got to get him an offensive coordinator, bro, because he not bad. Because you can tell he caught some rhythm calling plays in the game, but it wasn't consistent. And when he did catch rhythm, it was too fucking late, and they were moving too goddamn slow. That slow play, that we got to get back to that explosive offense we had 2 or 3 years ago. That's the offense we need. We can score real fast. Because that slow playing, they don't need to do that slow playing shit ever again. And like if he didn't have that much faith in Julian from the jump, just throw him in the fire. Why slow playing him? And not slow playing him got us in the position where we at now where we not playing. But shout out to Miami, bro. Ruben Baines a dog. Akeem Mesidor is a dog. And Carson Beck didn't do a goddamn thing, and we still lost.
Nah, but for real though, y'all, like Tez and Slibo, Miles, bro, like, all respect, dog, to y'all boys, for real.
All right, shout out to Miami, man. That was a great win. Um, I tried to tell my boys on Wednesday morning, and they were saying bet, bet, bet. I said Miami gonna do it. So I can't say too much.
Just like how Georgia did, huh?
Yeah, I can't say too much, obviously, but in regards to this game right here, I said Miami was going to do it. They did it. Shout out to that defense. Defense wins championships, and hopefully they'll be able to put on a good performance against that Ole Miss offense and that team with Chambers, Lacey, and Moore on that side. So we'll see what happens. Next game on the first game on Thursday, actually, not next game, because that was the first game on Wednesday. But the first game on excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Where am I? What's today's date? I'm burnt. The first. All right.
Today's the
First
second.
game on Thursday was Indiana destroying Alabama. Man, I don't even. Bro, I don't have no words, bro. I honestly don't even have no words for Alabama. I didn't feel
Our
like
game was before that, but
oh, y'all
yes,
game was before
you
that.
can-
Okay, we'll just stay here then. In the meanwhile,
I mean,
this
but
game,
who did this?
we'll just stay here. In the meanwhile, my bad. But yeah, man, Indiana got the win 38-3. Mendoza had a really good game. Their running game was perfect, damn near on Thursday. I think someone came in here before the game. Can't remember who it was, Rye or somebody, said it's going to come down to the running back rooms on both teams. And as you can see here, Indiana had their way with him being black. They on the ground in general, they had 50 carries, 215 yards, and Bama couldn't run the ball. Bama couldn't run the ball. Bama also had mid quarterback play, and it's hard really to get things going from that aspect. Ty Simpson made a lot of mistakes in this game. On one of their best drives in the first half, I think that was the first half still, he got hit in the back and fumbled. Where they really didn't have a lot of momentum in that game in general because they started so slow offensively. They were down 17-0 at halftime, and then just never really got into the game. Meanwhile, Indiana damn near every time they had the ball outside of the first quarter, they put points on the board. Damn near they put points on the board. If they had 10 possessions, they probably scored on 6 of them, something like that. So, yeah, man, I was impressed with the offensive performance. I was impressed with the defensive performance. Their best wide receiver got into the end zone. Elijah scored. Becker scored. It was just a well-rounded game for Indiana, to be honest. 5 different players scored touchdowns. And Alabama, they struggled. They looked weak. They looked soft. Looked like they quit offensively. Like they quit defensively. And Ty Simpson, I think he said he fractured his ribs on that hit. But then they ended up putting Mac in the game anyway. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Shout out to Indiana. I'm really looking forward to this Final Four. I think, obviously, I wanted to see Georgia, Miami a little bit more. But Indiana, Oregon, and Ole Miss, Miami, all 4 of these schools will be first-time champions. I think one of them won like a co-champs in
Except for
1960.
Miami.
Yeah.
Except for Miami,
except
yeah.
for my bad.
Miami won in
My
2001.
bad, y'all. My bad. Thank y'all.
Ole Miss
My
won in
bad.
1960 though.
That was a coach.
It was a shared one, so that really don't count.
That was a co-champ for Ole Miss in 1960. But all these teams will be first-time champ except for Miami. After they won it, the last championship was in 2001. My bad, y'all. I said that I have the tweet sent to me. I said a little wrong. My bad. I had to fix that.
We know what you meant though.
Yeah.
We know what you meant, big bro.
Yeah. Went crazy. I'm like, damn.
You gotta keep it on your toes, gang.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. Indiana 30-83 of Alabama. I was saying at the top of the show today, the Alabama of the 2010s and whatever the case may be. Pre Nick it's the threat of Alabama, the thought of Alabama is just not the same. It's
Them niggas are reverting back to pre-Nick Saban, bro. That's all it is.
Thank God.
That's all that is, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You knew how that game. Well, you didn't exactly know, but you knew that Indiana was disciplined because that first drive, them niggas.
Yeah.
I think Bama tried to go for it on 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas didn't flinch at all.
They didn't flinch at all. I seen that play back.
And bro, you could see Kurt on the sideline looking at these niggas like these
He was
niggas
so
this
pissed
bold to
that
try
shit
to go
did
for
that
this.
shit.
Yes, bro. And for the
Y'all
rest
really
of the
think we gonna
game,
fall for that shit?
He was like, nigga, be for real.
and no, bro. The fact of it is, for the rest of the game, whenever they panned over to him, that nigga looked like he was just upset the whole game.
Bro, remember that sequence started with, I think they had a punt formation, but they had tie-in as a protector. Then they tried to fake something. Then Indiana called a timeout. And they went right back out there, tried to put their
Just
offense
gimmicks.
out there to jump them off sides. So Alabama called a timeout. And then they send them out there and ran whatever the hell that was that they just ran. They tried to run
was that the end around one?
A counter with
Bernard?
the end around with Bernard, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's punt the ball.
Yeah, they
And
try to get.
they knew they didn't have anything for him. They knew that they were outclassed.
But hold
that
on,
was the more offensive
Pop,
team and had the better
where
quarterback.
is good?
That's the reality.
Where is good? Where
Bro,
is the
Good is not
good?
about to
This
show
is
his
his team. This is his
He's not
team.
about to show
We
his
talking
face,
about
bro.
this shit, gang. Actually, I don't even know why I asked for that nigga.
No,
I
but
forget.
at that point, but here's my
You
thing,
know
though.
why them niggas are so disciplined though? This nigga was there with Nick Saban when he first got to Bama. When he won the
was
first
there.
championship. So that nigga know, even though he in his 60s, he know how to, properly run a college team.
Yep.
Hey, shout out to Perry Signetti, though. Man,
Quick
I'm running him
thing.
up again. Coach.
That was stupid, though. You 4th and 1 on your own 30-something yard line. It's 3-0. At that point in the drive, Indiana had 2 drives where they went 3 and out, and they kicked a field goal. So it's still a game at that point, and then you do that, and you basically hand them a touchdown, almost.
Ty Simpson need to go back to college, y'all.
Look,
Couple
I-
points in that game. Oh, you go, bro.
Just think about this. Since he been there, they set up they played Michigan last year in a bowl game. Michigan, they have nobody on their team. Them niggas got handled by Michigan. Now you play Indiana in the playoffs. The playoffs that I think you shouldn't have been in. You didn't just get manhandled. You got drugged up and down that field. They made you look like they little kids.
Damn.
So
At
now
one
them people.
point, oh, I'll let you
No, I
go.
was just gonna say now them people in Tuscaloosa, specifically the fans, and then it's gonna end up going to the administration. Should we have got
They
him
gonna
or should we have gotten somebody else?
they gonna
And
fire
he
that
gonna
dude,
start.
man.
Yes, and then he gonna start thinking to himself, "Should I probably took that Michigan job?"
Well, now they stuck with him.
Yeah,
Yep.
because of that crazy ass buyout.
So who
Um,
the fuck they gonna get?
What you about to say,
They gonna
but
Ryan,
they keep saying
and
well,
then
to the
Jordan?
game itself.
at
I,
one point
Jordan, you got
Indiana ran it like 4 times. Like they ran like 7 times in one drive. Like they didn't even care to pass on Bama. Like that's show you how like dominant Indiana was. And then another thing, all 4 coaches that's in the semifinals are from Nick
Saving
Saban.
tree.
They're all from Saban Tree. That shows you
Like, bro,
how deep rooted Saban Tree is. Like every coach that's in this final has wore Crimson Tide on that sideline.
Mm-hmm.
At least one time.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan. What you about to say to the game?
No, yeah, no, to
Yeah,
the
good
game
point out too.
itself. I'm just like Alabama didn't have a single advantage that I out there like at all. Like offensive line, defensive line. I
Quarterback.
thought the skill position players would have, done something in that game. And I guess Ryan made a couple of catches, credit to him. Bernard made a couple of plays here and there, but they I mean, shout out to Indiana. Because that's the best team in this field. They've been the best team all year. And granted, we probably haven't given them the credit that they deserve because of their logo name, but Alabama just looked like a team that limped their way into the playoff, not playing good
hmm
football.
and
And,
there's one more thing I want to say after you, Jordan Wilson.
like credit to what they did against OU and coming back, but overall, the last 2.5 months, they've been bad and they looked terrible. And
Atrocious.
that's that's gonna have to be a reset. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. And Indiana, I mean, shout out to Signetti and what that staff has done and what that crew has done over the last couple of years because they built a powerhouse over there. So we'll
They finna
see.
get their first natty.
And
Shout out to Indiana, man.
to go off what John Wilson just said, them niggas, when you look at what they brought in, when you look at their recruiting, they have 7 4 stars on that roster and 35. Well, the rest of them are 3 stars. They going in and looking at the people, who fit their system, who they see, got heart and all that, who they can develop. And they brought in people from JMU. They not doing what other teams are doing, just going after 5 stars, trying to get all them 5 stars. Them niggas just building up their team the way they see it. They not putting all that money into, NIL or the class. Now you got them sitting up there, they in the Final Four, could possibly go and win a natty. People gonna start putting money into it. And he gonna be able to start going to get them 5 stars to sit up there and say, hey, you see what I did with 4 stars and 3 stars. You a 5 star top of the line. Come here and we can win more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think of the game, F?
Nah,
Or I guess you kind of already.
yeah, I saw pretty much said what I needed. They dominated on the run game. Mendoza looked good. 5 different players got into the end zone. Alabama like they quit offensively and defensively, in my opinion. Ty Simpson made some mistakes. The one driver they felt like they had momentum or was trying to get some momentum to get going. Obviously fumbled the ball. Trying to make plays, and it just wasn't the best of play calling. And I just think they lacked real weapons on the outside, bro. Because obviously, this was the first game that Ryan Williams had over 6 catches or five or more catches in the last 6 games. And the way he was utilized was really just a screen game, really. So I think they lacked real weapons in the passing game from a deep threat perspective, or just really all type of routes. Bernard had a good year, obviously, but yeah, I think their weapons on the outside was pretty much mid. The run game wasn't the strongest, obviously, or wasn't good at all, or effective at all in this game. And yeah, man, they just lost the game, man. It's really just that simple. They just weren't that good of a team this year. So I knew we were gonna give them a belt in the championship game. We gave them a belt. You spoke on how they've been falling off for the last 2 months or whatever the case may be. And what you get is what you see on the field over the past 2 months is what you saw this weekend. Yesterday. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's
bro.
that's all I was gonna say. I ain't even had no take, bro. What the fuck? Like this, nigga, this been them for 2 months, bro. I'm
Bro,
surprised it was a blowout, but I ain't surprised. I picked
Ed,
Indiana to win, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not surprised they lost.
383 is crazy for sure.
But
it's been over 2 months, brother. You could
Yeah,
you could see the
that
signs
run
of
game
the
been mid for about 2 months, bro. Ever since they played, I forgot the team they played. I think it was Oklahoma, since Oklahoma game. Since they
bro.
game, they've been mid, bro.
Yeah,
They've been
like
mid
you
all
could
year
see the
running the
signs of
ball.
the yeah.
Here's my thing. They haven't really been able to run the ball since Kalen DeBoer got there. Like,
You just want to throw the ball around.
yeah, because it worked at Washington, but that's
Yeah,
not. Alabama didn't build the program, bro. Alabama getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage is not something that's supposed to happen, and it's happened 3 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
4 actually, like 8
He-
losses
He's
in.
not. He's not going to be long for that job. Just the bit that he's trying to build that program. But I mean, it was easy to see coming. Indiana has been an incredibly physical team all year, and they obviously had the quarterback advantage on top of that. I wasn't necessarily surprised watching the game. I mean, it was just it was more so like kind of I don't want to say sad. I take great joy in it personally, but crazy to see how far Alabama has fallen as a program. I suppose even if they are technically in the playoffs. So it's a credit to Indiana and what Cignetti has built, man. And I know that we have a lot of issues with the way that the current college football system is set up and the lack of regulations, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that it is cool that this entire playoffs is kind of an example of some of the good things that come out of it far as building up a program like Indiana with the way that they acquired their talent, obviously, and having some of these teams be able to accomplish something for the first time in a while. So I'm sure we'll get into the matchup specifically, but I think this is going to be an extremely fun semifinals in that Indiana and Oregon matchup because I think those are the two most complete teams on both sides. They're both two physical teams, and I think it'll be very fun to watch that combination.
Yep.
Yep.
and
I
D
was I
Mac,
was I, I want
you
to
talking about you
piggyback.
was
I
happy?
want to piggyback off what D Mac said just real quick. And granted, I hate the fact that my team isn't in it no more. But the part that I do agree with D Mac is like you're seeing what could come out of these things. And bro, somebody if who is it? Oregon, Indiana, Ole Miss got one. And
Yeah, Miami.
Miami.
Miami obviously since '01.
Miami, yeah, somebody
Yeah.
gonna be a new champion,
Yeah.
bro.
So two teams potentially could get their first one ever, bro. And that's like I said, I added my team not in it, but if you don't have a team or what I mean, you're a casual to watching it. I think that's the joy part about it, to be honest. Like just me speaking unbiased and what I mean, like just really thinking about it. Like
Yep.
somebody could get their first championship, bro. That's a joy.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
now a lot of college football, and it's almost fun because a lot of college football, Indiana is an example of a team just maybe not Rutgers, but a team like I don't know, a middle of the school team in the Big Ten, middle school team in the ACC, whatever. Okay, if we do these certain things, we could build up our program also to be something that can compete for national championship. Like it don't now it's not just 95% of college football just doesn't think they have a chance now. Now it's just like oh shit, there is a path there. So,
Yep.
you know,
Hundred
it's
percent.
amazing.
100% agree with everything y'all just said. We'll circle to something that D-Mac just said. D-Mac just alluded to or spoke to the next round of Indiana versus Oregon. Speaking on Oregon, I want to say before Jordan Wilson goes and talks about the game as an Oregon fan, boy, was I impressed with this game, particularly in the first half. The first half was amazing to watch if you're just a fan of neither one of these teams and you want to see good defense. Texas Tech defense was crazy in this game in the first half. Probably throughout the game as well. Obviously, Oregon just pulled away. Dante Moore spoke. I thought highly of him earlier on this year when I saw him make a couple of throws against. I can't remember who y'all was playing. Can't remember the game about a month or some change ago or something like that. But
Iowa or something,
it was a crazy
maybe.
throw to a wide receiver on the right side of the field. Can't remember the game
Yep,
though.
Iowa.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yep,
So,
Iowa.
yeah, man, Dante Moore is good. Their defense was good as well. I didn't know they were that good of a defensive team as well. I left this game impressed with one player, true freshman, Finney Jr. They say he was the 7th ranked corner coming in this class, and he had interception or two actually, I think, and a forced fumble. No, not forced fumble, fumble recovery.
Yep.
That he picked up. But yeah, Finney Jr. was good, man. I didn't watch a lot of Oregon football this year, but Texas Tech, they just fell short because of the quarterback play. I mean, it's really just that simple. The defense gave that team chances and chance, but the problem is the defense had to be on the field so many times or so much throughout the game because Morton and the offense could not get anything going. Like they couldn't convert anything, especially on big play downs and things like that. And even when they got into the red zone, obviously Morton threw that bad interception where Finney Jr. just got under the route and just read it. To be honest, so yeah, man. I mean, Oregon, I was impressed. Texas Tech, the defense was really damn good. I got put on to a couple of players in this game. I heard of the Rodriguez dude, best linebacker, but that Bailey dude should be a top 10 pick, right? Yeah, he should be a top, and Ben Roberts too.
Bro,
Bailey,
he might if he tests crazy, he might go top 5, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
absolutely.
lie.
Yeah.
He
I
might go
think it
top
was
5.
obviously we talked about. I think you guys did mention
He's
Bailey.
cold, bro.
But both him and Bailey, man, they both showed out exactly what they needed to, in these semifinals, and obviously they'll have a chance next round to do so as well. But that first step for Bailey is incredible to watch, man. And he just dips under offensive tackles. The amount of times that they left him on an island, I was actually really surprised. I thought that they would have a more complete plan for that. I'll be honest with you, but boy, he showed off that speed off the edge, and I think that he also plays with a lot of violence. I don't think that you can say that he's a true three down player to begin his career, but I think that the violence that he does play with and his frame will allow him to be a three down player later on, or maybe, second and third year, etc. But boy, he can get after the passer.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
impressed.
So yeah, to the game, honestly, yeah, shout out to their defense. Like we haven't really had many issues running the football all year, and they made life a living hell. I'm not gonna lie in that backfield. Like we had a couple plays here and there in the run game, but mostly we had Dante kind of had to win it. Well, actually, I can't even say we win it with his arm, our defense, obviously, but I do think we have to be a little bit better in terms of execution because miss snaps, uh, fumbling in exchange. Because we had some drives where we were able to move the ball down the field, and then we just killing ourselves with just simple things like that you can't just have happen when you go further on in the playoffs. So they definitely got to clean up some stuff offensively, and then defensively, yeah, they pitched a shutout. Like shout out to them. Um, Dan, it's a tricky spot when you're talking about all those fourth down calls because some of them they made it, some of them they missed it. So it's like I can't just say, oh, take the points here, here, and here, and then leave the ones that you made. So I don't know. I do wish sometimes he has I wish he has a better feel sometimes for how the game is going because I think on the play Dante threw a pick. I would have probably just rather punted the football there. You're up 13-0 late in the second half. Make them drive down the field. But overall, I mean, shoot, I can't even pronounce his name, but and on the when he looped around and forced a fumble, the strip sack fumble, that was a play of the game. Because other than the first drive, our offense really didn't put a complete drive together at all, or at least not one that got in the end zone.
Yep.
I mean, shout out the defense. Texas Tech, I mean, their defense was definitely championship worthy, but their offense just wasn't able to scale up against a really good defense. And unfortunately, their offense didn't really get tested a lot being in the Big 12. But, I think they got a good future going. So obviously shout out to what they do going on. And then obviously us, we got Indiana, and we'll talk about that obviously later on, but excited for the challenge. So that's really all I got.
And Kenny, who with all the respect, who are you a fan of, Kenny? Because I saw you say something. Who are you a fan of, Kenny? Was it Oregon?
Oregon.
Okay, my bad. Feel free if you want to add some words to my brother.
She's weird.
Nah, I'm just saying that like
He told us that before.
probably he's not hip. It's all good though. But look though, I think it's probably the best the defense has. I understand the offense isn't like
the best we've seen. But I think the defense definitely looked the best it's looked all year, aside from maybe like one or two games. Um, I think just reiterating what Jordan said, like the run game was like the Texas Tech defense, man, that thing is real, man. Like couldn't really get much on the run game. Um, I think in the first half, I think we only dropped like I think it was like 7 points in the first half. I think I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think we only dropped like 7 points. But all in all, like just a pretty really great game on defense. Also, like Texas Tech did I mean, credit to our defense, but Texas Tech did make like their own. They kind of made their own mistakes on their own end. But to keep it short and sweet, I just really am glad that I kind of like these games because like the kind of gutted out games. I feel like we didn't really get too much of that during the season, aside from probably Indiana, but and I think maybe Penn State as well. But all in all, like these games kind of like prove like you can win in either way possible. Like if you have an explosive offense, which you tend to have sometimes, or if we have just defense grounded out type games. So to me, this was to me that's aside from the defense itself, that's better than anything. Just having like a gutted out, grinded out type game. But yeah, Indiana next. Got to get that get back. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see how it goes.
All right, appreciate that, my brother. Last but certainly not least, we had the Georgia Bulldogs fall to Ole Miss.
Really bad.
Fall to Ole Miss last night. Game started at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Uh, and I want to just jump into where I was saying yesterday. First and foremost, I said yesterday, earlier today. First and foremost, shout out to Ole Miss. I gained a lot of respect for this team in particular. This year when we played them early on in the year, like I said, we were down like 26 or 35, y'all, top of my head, something like that. And Gunner Stockton happened. Like I mean, literally, Gunner won us that game. The defense obviously made plays as well to help us win the game. And you sort of kind of saw a similar start for this Ole Miss team against us when we played them early on in the year. We held Lacey in check for the most part, but Chambliss was good in my opinion throughout the first half. Obviously, he let up a little bit in the second half, but this game it flipped. Lacey was good for pretty much the majority of the game. 22 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Chambliss was good in the second half. Rob pointed to it earlier how the defense got tired. I mean, he had his way. I mean, talk about a quarterback making play after play after play to help your team win a game. He did that. Fourth down conversion in the third quarter. Second and long, evading sacks, flipping it off to Lacey. Third down, making a throw to can't even remember. I think can't even remember, bro. Making a throw. I think it was to Lacey too. And then or Deuce actually. And then the biggest play of the game, which I'm still stunned that was even the choice, is 3rd and 5, and you go covers. I just didn't understand it. It really made no sense to me because if you get the stop, they got a punt. We're going into overtime. Even if you don't get the stop, why not be in 2-man if anything, so everything is underneath at least, right? And if they get that first down, they would have been at like the 40, 45, maybe the 50, something like that. But time would be going. So I think they made some bad play calls there. Also, I don't agree with the last offensive possession. We got into the red zone. We had 3 different opportunities to score a touchdown. You got to get 7 there. You got to get 6 there. My bad, let me say 6. You got to get 6 there. I feel like, and also you got to do better at killing the clock. The last play with the incompletion, you have to put something on the ground with Gunner or with Zach in a screen pass, which I think we tried on that drive anyway late in that red zone, but and keep that clock moving so Ole Miss is not getting the ball back with 50 plus seconds. And the way their offense was going in that second half, Chambliss was on fire literally until their second to last drive where we forced them to punt the ball. I believe they punted the ball, and I tweet like, "Yeah, come on, defense," or something like that. Something happened, but to the offensive side, man, shout out to Frazier, shout out to Branch, shout out to Kobe Young. By the way, first game played in shit, damn near 2 months, 2 months and some change. So shout out to Kobe Young for returning and having some sort of kind of impact on that game with some of the big catches that he made. Gunnar Stockton took a lot of big hits and delivered a lot of big throws. Obviously, some plays he wish he can have back in that game as well. But I'm really looking at the offensive play call. I'm looking at Kirby. I'm looking at the defense, some of the defense as well in this game. It did not make no sense. It didn't make no sense. Kirby, I don't think they got anything out of this. But one of them, man, and I hate when I be forgetting some things in the game. Because I put the play behind me. Didn't we go for it or something like that? And
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
We
you're
went for
talking
it on
about the
4th and
fourth
2.
quarter where he got sacked on the fourth down.
The sack. It was 4th and 2.
Where he fumbled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4th and 2.
I would have just. I get it, but I would have just punted that. But like I
You
said,
punt that. You punt that 100% out of the time, bro.
and they did get something out of that. My bad. They got a touchdown right after that. You know what I'm saying? They went up, but then they made it. They made it a 34-24 game. We come back, have a great offensive drive. Nate Frazier ran the ball so damn well in that second half. And I think if speaking to that, I think if Fletcher and can have a good success on that ground, because Ole Miss can get got on the ground in my opinion. If Miami trenches is good and game offensively and defensively, they probably will be able to get Ole Miss. We'll see what happens. I don't want to speak too far on that, but yeah, Nate did his thing on the ground for sure. Zach made obviously great catches and great plays when it comes to evading tackles and things of that nature. We come back, we fumble the ball, or with the sack we fumble. They come back, score a touchdown, 34-24. I'm like, oh shit, because Georgia, we like a balanced / but run first type of offense. So Gunnar Stockton is not the quarterback you want dropping back and just slinging the ball all around the field. But has he been doing that this season? Yes. They say he's been one of the better, if not the best clutch quarterback this season so far. But like 6-7 clutch touchdown passes or something like that. But we go down 34-24, come back to a touchdown, force them to punt, get the field goal. Like I said, I wanted 7. I wanted 6 there. Because that punt that they did late in that game, that was the first time that they got turned over on downs or punted the ball since the first possession in the third quarter. Literally, they touchdown. They were on fire. So I wasn't happy with them getting the ball back with being 34-34. It was just a disappointing performance. And on top of that, it was a bad cover 0 call because DeMello wasn't even having a good game. He wasn't even having a good game. Majority of our corners wasn't having a good game actually in that game, but DeMello wasn't having a good game in that game. So I didn't understand that call, bro. It was a heartbreaking loss. To be honest, I was stunned when the game shifted when Everett picked up that fumble and we took the touchdown. We scored a touchdown. I think we went up 21-12 in the first half.
Yep.
I felt good, nigga. I can't nobody tell me I felt good. Obviously a lot of football to be played, but you can't get too comfortable. You gotta stay aggressive, and I don't think Georgia did that.
That's when I turned the game off, bro. I stopped watching it. I said, yeah, Georgia finna win this game, nigga. Let me turn this shit off.
I thought it was.
Bro, I turned that shit back on. I said 37. I said 34-34. What the fuck? What the hell?
Yeah,
Feel like this?
The game shifted big time.
It was a great one though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
That's game of the year. I don't care, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to
I
you,
would
big
say
guy.
out of that game, I wasn't impressed with Kirby, bro.
I wasn't either. Yeah,
Kirby
threw
that. Kirby to me threw that, bro. Because like you said, you don't want Gunnar throwing a lot, but Gunnar more times than not, he don't fuck up game. I mean, like he's not even gonna put Gunnar in a situation to fuck up the game. You know what I mean? So to me, Kirby. It was the time where you went for it on 4th down, you didn't trust your defense. The last 35 seconds, you trust them, and it turned out bad. It was a lose-lose situation. Them 2 plays right there really sold the game. And that ain't yes, the players are on the field, so they have to execute. But them are 2 coaching calls, bro. Kirby is too aggressive for his own, bro. Kirby is a defensive guy. Kirby don't believe in zone coverages, bro. Kirby want to man up all over the field and be aggressive and try to call turnover sacks or whatever. But sometimes, bro, he be too aggressive for his own good, bro. Like the players didn't execute. I don't want to take it away from the players, bro. But Kirby lost that game, bro. Like Kirby called a better game. You win that fucking game. It's no way if or buts. And like you said, the last possession. The shit started out in an incomplete pass.
Yeah, shout out the
Nah,
refs.
Go ahead.
Shout out the refs though. I feel like the refs wanted us to win that game 100%. Like I don't know how you missed that
They
face
did.
Oh
mask.
God, they
I
did.
don't know how you
They
missed that
did.
face
They did.
mask, bro. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
the
So
rest wanted y'all to win so bad, again.
yeah, and then you doing all this at the end of the game and put a second left on the clock. I mean, come on, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Bro, the game
End
is
this
over,
shit.
gang.
Get over
The
with.
game is over. Like, be for real, the game is over. But for the last drive, bro, you can't end that drive, especially like you said when dude was on fucking fire, bro. Like the nigga, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I watched a lot of fucking college football this year, bro. For high leverage situation, environment, timing of the game, feel for the game, will for the game. That was probably the best performance I've seen all year. Facts.
Yeah.
He didn't throw a lot of touchdowns, but everything that Georgia gave him, he took it. Every high pressure situation in the game, he converted. And he ain't converting, mind you, some of these passes, game, he ain't converting on fucking check downs and relying on Lacey's and what's dude name? Matthews. I think dude Matthews.
Trinidad was balling, bro.
Wallace. He ain't just relying on these niggas to make plays. High leverage situations, he throwing that motherfucker 20 yards down the field, bro. Like make a
Making
play.
a play himself.
I like my, if y'all gonna go one-on-one as a quarterback, I like my guy over yours. That's how it looked. It looked like that the whole fucking game. I like my guy over yours. I'm gonna put this ball where it needs to be, and I'm putting 100% faith and confidence in my guy to come down with this ball. In every high leverage situation, he made that shit happen. And then the fucking play, I'm gonna tell you the play that really turned the fucking game around, Ed. When a nigga scrambled back 20 yards down the field and gave
Turn us to
Lacey
the goal line.
and ran back up the field, flicked that motherfucker to Lacey went out of bounds.
To the receiver.
What's the
He got
receiver?
Hit. He got hit. He got hit.
Yeah. That's the play. To
And
me,
then got the first down.
to me, that
And
play
both of those
turned
plays
off.
yeah, they was on the same drive.
Same drive, I think, bro.
Same drive.
Same
Yeah.
drive. Hell yeah.
That
was right.
But
That was right.
the one with Lacey, he stepped out. The one that they got the first down off the third down, bro.
That
That was
nigga took a
play.
look.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. That was play of the game, bro. I knew they was about to go down there and score, bro. You can't, because you got away with Lacey stepping out of bounds, so you kind of got bailed out there. Because if he didn't step out, that was the first down. Then he come back and do the same thing and get the first down. Like, come on, man. He was on fucking fire, bro.
It says though, but Lacey absorbed the hit short of the sticks, and he
got the
fought
first
for that
down,
first
bro.
down.
He fought for that first down. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah, bro. That
Them
was
niggas they weren't leaving New Orleans without a win last night, bro. They was fighting the whole time.
That's the will. We talk about this in every sport game. That's the will to win, bro. Like you gotta do it. You gotta take some hits. You're gonna have to take some hits. You're gonna have to take some hits and
make
bounce
some
off
plays
and get that. You know what I mean? If you a half an inch, 1 yard away from the stick, you might gotta take that hit, bounce off, and get the extra yard. Like, man, they had a will to win, bro, and I enjoyed it. That was to me, as far as, because I know a lot of games niggas play at home. You know what I mean? You got home crowd environments and shit like that, so you kind of expect elite quarterbacks to play the way that they played. But far as a neutral site game, high leverage, playoff football, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't, mind you, this ain't a blowout. These are at one point, both teams only up 3 to 4 points. So at every standpoint of the game, it was a high leverage situation in a neutral site, bro. That nigga put on a fucking performance, bro. Like, I was super impressed in what he did, bro. So, but to me, for the Georgia side, bro, Kirby sold that off to me, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't impressed at all.
yeah.
All right, what you got to say about it? Let's hear Josiah real quick, representing Georgia, and we'll hear Jordan Wilson and more. Oh, Justin up here too.
Yeah, great game. Just a great game overall. Love watching the game yesterday. I personally felt like we should have had the game in the bag with the fumble that Dylan Everett returned for a touchdown, and Ole Miss terrible clock management to end the half. I felt like we had the game. I felt like if we would have executed it better in the third, score a touchdown on at least one of our first two drives, offensive drives in the third, I think this game is a different game. Then Peyton missed a big field goal, which I thought on my screen looked good. He just missed it, and I think that changed the momentum that started the momentum string of the game because you gave Ole Miss good field position to drive down the field to get a touchdown. But to talk about our season in general, I think this is a season where I feel like we had our ups, we had our downs, and then we look good. We look good here. But I think we were the youngest team in the playoffs, the youngest team that Kirby ever had to coach. But winning the SEC again, gonna look phenomenal against SEC opponents. Zachariah Branch broke the reception record for the most receptions in school history. But there's a lot of this. I think for Kirby, Georgia, we have to figure out a way to enter to be a leg up now with everybody else on the portal and NIL money. Because I think now that's the new wave. That's the new wave to beat teams like the Ohio States, the Bamas, and the Georgias of the world is by going through the portal and by going through NIL to get the best of the best. But overall, great game for Ole Miss. Great game from Ole Miss, and ironically enough, they beat the Snake in the Snake's new hometown.
I want to say he was there watching with his family.
Nah, I
Bro
could.
tweeted after the game too.
Oh yeah. All right, what's up, Justin? What you got to say about the game, bro?
Definitely a winnable game. Well, first of all, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year.
No,
Happy New Year to everybody. Okay, all right, buddy. I don't know how much has been said already, but for me, we definitely missed Bobo on our O line. I think our O line was very young, felt very inexperienced. I think they kind of were confused on a couple of plays, like they weren't supposed to snap the ball. I think it was like a fourth on our own. Was it our own 32? I think, bruh. Like I don't know what the hell that was. Kirby was trying to go for it, and that shit did not work, and they ended up scoring like the very next play or two. Um, so yeah, it was good to have Kobe Young back. We definitely missed him over the course of the season with him going down with injury. Um, I think Gunner played good for the most part. I think on that last play when I'm not gonna lie to you, as a Georgia fan, we got walked up the field with them penalties, and we didn't score. That was bad. I didn't like that at all. I'm like, we get walked up to the field, we in scoring range, and we don't score a touchdown. Not no 3 points, a touchdown, and we didn't do it. So I felt like Gunner had an opportunity to run in for a touchdown, but I think the defense, that last play where they got into field goal range for the win, didn't really like that at all. So just disappointing loss. I definitely think this is on Kirby and Mike Bobo. Some of these plays that he was calling was just god awful. But so shout out to Ole Miss. Chambers is a gamer. He made all the right plays, and I said it in the chat. Ole Miss has an underrated receiver room. Like I really like what they had over there. No big names, no names that's gonna stick out, but they got open, they did what needed to be done. And shout out Lacey as well, man. He's a dog. That last play, I think it was like it's supposed to be a stop. KJ, you gotta wrap him up, man. That was supposed to be supposed to get a stop right there. You didn't wrap him up, and he just ran right through you. So shout out to Lacey, man. He's a dog. I just think we need better athletes. I think Branch did what he could. I don't know why we went away from him like late in the fourth, but um, yeah, we need some athletes. I don't know if Gunn is going to go to the league or not.
I hope
He might be. You go what?
what?
I hope he stays.
Gunner, the league, same thing.
Okay, all right, guy. Did y'all already talk about the Ohio State game or not? Or y'all already went man?
Yeah, we already
They're
did
gonna
that,
go
bro.
into
Oh,
Miami.
okay. I'm about to say this. I don't know why
We
Miles
say
up here just.
we say the best for last, big bro.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, man.
Okay. No, for the best for last. Okay.
Humble up,
All
big
right.
brother.
Who's
But
that
yeah.
coming down the track?
Okay.
Come on, now, bro.
If he wasn't gonna do it, I thought R was gonna be up here doing that. But but yeah, man. That's pretty much it, man. You know what? I'm gonna be nasty, bro. We weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be here. You know,
Stop.
we're a young team.
Oh,
Hey,
hell
Justin.
no.
We
Stop.
were not supposed to be here.
Stop it.
Hey,
Stop it.
Justin.
I'm gonna be
Stop
nasty. I don't
this.
give a damn. We weren't supposed to
Yeah,
be
you're
here.
being
We're
super
the young
nasty.
team. We weren't supposed to be
Why
here.
wasn't y'all supposed to be
Indiana
here with our
was.
conference?
Indiana
Georgia
was, bro. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Georgia football.
I
Damn.
will say,
Yeah.
I think KJ Bolden, and I'm mad he went to y'all. He's supposed to come to us, but whatever. I'm KJ Bolden, Robinson. They got some good shit over there, bro. Two young guys, and and I know Robinson came in late as a starter throughout the season. I think he should have really been starting from the jump, but KJ and Robinson, that's two good DBs over there, bro. That I think niggas should be looking out for in years to come. Far as NFL players, bro, I think them two. That not right now, of course, because they young, but you see you see what you got, and I think you sell how on them two, bro. Them two guys to me maybe first round draft picks in a what next
Next
well
year.
next year.
Next year
Yeah,
for K. Next
I
year for
No,
think
Ellis
KJ.
Robinson. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
next year for
isn't
KJ.
Ellis
He'll have
Robinson a
two more.
sophomore
Yeah,
or a
next year for
freshman?
He's a freshman.
KJ 28. Yeah.
so. I think KJ Bolden is a I think he should be in contention next year for probably one of the best safeties in college football. I would stand firm on that, and I think for the next year, Robinson may be probably one of the best corners in college football. So they got some good shit over there. Georgia be all right, bro. It's like I said. I'm with my take. To me individually, the players to me didn't really play that bad. To me, it was coaching, bro. I think coaching played a big part in that game, and I'm on Kirby because I'm not a Georgia fan, but Kirby to me is this is just to me. I think Kirby is the best coach to me in college football. I respect Kirby. I respect how Kirby um form his teams. I respect how he get on the recruiting trail, get all these players, putting people in the NFL. Got a great track record. So to me, I have high regards for Kirby. That's why my take was more so on him. And I think yesterday he got too aggressive for his own good, bro. And to me, he fucked that game off, bro. That's just how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, good game,
interesting.
bro. For
Yeah,
sure.
even Tez,
I,
to your point,
oh, go
like,
ahead.
like, oh, what's good, Joe? To your point, like him, like I feel like Kirby, like you said, Kirby just never had a good feel of the game, like like, because the fake it worked, but it was a weird spot. I'm like, if he was gonna go for it, you would think Kirby would just go around and just actually, call a play. But even like just offensively, I don't think they did a good job of getting Zach the ball enough, and they definitely didn't do a good job of giving
Yeah.
Delp, because Delp another Lucky killed them last game. You would think that would be something you
Yeah, he
try
had
to
3
reach out to
touchdowns
him.
last time we
Mike.
played them.
That's Mike Bobo's dumbass not knowing how to draw up
Okay.
a play for them.
All
I'm
right.
I mean,
sorry.
I
I'm
was in
sorry.
a Georgia space last night. They apparently y'all niggas hate Bobo. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah,
Niggas
for
was saying
sure.
he got to get
We hate him
fired
for
and
sure.
shit. I'm like, damn. I don't know too much about like Georgia lore. I mean, Josiah said something good about y'all being the youngest team because I remember seeing like Kirby, like Georgia isn't known for like going into the NIL portal that much. Like most of their players have been like from high school. So like Kirby like to like, recruit his own guys from high school and like build them up. So having a young team like that definitely makes you optimistic for the future for sure. But I wanted to
I
shout
agree.
out Ole Miss D lines. They
Yeah, I
I
was.
know
Yeah,
like they ball. I don't know a lot of them guys are like on that line. I know they had like one Harris is a senior, so he might go in the
yeah.
league, but like
I
they
was gonna
impressed the
say
fuck out of me.
he was the guy that I wanted to highlight because I thought that he played a really good game, and I thought that I've been impressed by him the entirety of the year. He is a senior. This is actually a really good interior defensive line class, and he's one of them. We saw the kid from both kids from Texas Tech, Go Howard, and what's my guy Hall or Lee Hunter, I should say, also played well, obviously on Saturday too. So I think it's a really good interior defensive line class. But Harris definitely impressed me from that perspective too.
Like
I
he's
don't know.
6'7", like 320. He
330.
was batting
Yeah,
down crazy passes. He
he's
was
got a lot
looking
of
good
length.
against the run.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
like they impressed me, and they like I think Georgia had success running the ball early, but when it's like back end of the second quarter into the second half, that D line really hunkered down. If it wasn't for Gunner being a fucking dog, like shout out Gunner Stockton, like I tweeted it, he can play quarterback for me any week. That motherfucker is tough. Like he took a crazy shot on that throw on the sideline. It was like third down. Like he got fucking smacked and he
Yeah, he
delivered
got
a
right
good
back up,
ball.
bro.
Yep. Like the Gunner is tough as shit, man. He can play college quarterback any
They can
fucking
do
for any
better,
team.
bro.
Like, man, you can, but in college, man, that nigga's a gamer, bro. I fuck with Gunner. And then Chambliss, because they said for some reason like Kiffin didn't want him to start because Kiffin had like a senior starting over him because I think Chambliss came from
It was
some
Austin
D2 school.
Simmons that was starting the
Yeah,
first
like
few
Here in Michigan,
games.
bro.
that
I watched Duke play
motherfucker.
before. I didn't realize he was there until like earlier this year. I watched
Yeah,
Duke play here on local TV here. He go to
that's crazy.
local school here in Michigan. Went to like
Yeah,
Texas
like
Fair State, I think.
I
No, I
gotta
think
give.
he. Go ahead.
No, yeah, no, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he obviously impressed me, and when I was watching him, it reminded me of what I was seeing from Buck Purdy when he was at Iowa State, where it was just it's a little bit of backyard football. It's just he has enough that he doesn't do in structure that it kind of makes you not question him as far as the quarterback prospect at the NFL level. But you just see that he has that playmaking element to his games. It's kind of fun. He's got his arm that he's able to be able to use. He's obviously got the playmaking chops, and boy, he showed up. There's a lot of volatility to his game because of some of the things that he lacks, but I obviously he was on fire as far as that game was concerned.
Hmm. But speaking of Chambliss, like he made throws that you want to see from a fucking the nigga Goods told me was the best quarterback. Ty Simpson didn't make throws like that. That motherfucking Chambliss is good, man, and he had good poise. They were saying like comparing him to a young Russell Wilson. I'm like, in Wisconsin, like I ain't see the nigga play, but if Russ played like that, I see why Wisconsin made it to that bowl
If
game.
he was white, they would have said Baker, bro.
Lane Kiffin is the one that actually compared him to. Lane Kiffin
Yeah,
said
but it's
Lane Kiffin said when the dude with the Simmons whatever started this year, if Chambliss gets on the field this game, be on the lookout for him. He's like a young Russell Wilson. They said Simmons ended up getting hurt, and that's when Chambliss been starting ever since. So yeah,
man, like that was a fun game though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ole Miss. I'm excited to see them play. They play who
Interesting.
again? Miami, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
I
a
got
good
a I
fun
got
game.
a
Yes,
theory
sir.
though. I got a theory though. It's because what you see right now. Well, I don't. Everybody, I know everybody's probably not seeing it, but from what's going on right now in the portal, LSU is looking at a lot of skilled players. They got a lot of niggas that's of course, the delays and shit like that going to the NFL. But he got a lot of guys that stand there and he's going after a lot of like skilled players. But if you peep what's going on, he ain't looking at no quarterback. And I think, and I got a theory, bro. I really think he about to steal Shambles from Ole Miss and throw him whatever he want to come to to LSU. I really think that's really his next quarterback right now, and
I
I
thought
think that's the
I
Trinidad was
don't think
waiting
it's
on a
the
waiver from the NCAA for his eligibility,
Yeah, they say he might not
right?
be
You got
say
eligible.
what?
They say he might not be
Isn't he
eligible
still
next year.
waiting on that waiver from the NCAA to approve
Yeah,
another
he
year of
is.
eligibility
because
for him?
I don't think that's the worst theory because like if you look at who left, it's all transfer quarterbacks. I think that's gonna be a thing moving forward, bro. I think being able to look at other schools and just see guy instead of having to always rely on, okay, we got a 5-star coming in. We obviously still gonna recruit, but being able to look at a proven commodity at another school and say, okay, this dude can play, we can plug and play right now. I think that's gonna be a thing for a lot of the better schools moving forward. As far as the quarterback position is concerned. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's on his radar to try to poach him. Because like you already know he can play, so it's like why rely upon someone who I don't have as much familiarity with, where I don't know if they can play at the highest level. and I got a dude who's proving he can do it right now. Like all 4 schools that are left have transfer quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So and I think and I seen a tweet too, Jordan. I seen that it's the same. They trying to compare the college basketball side with the NIL with the college football side, and they think you know how the notion last year, well really like 2 years ago, it was really a talk beginning of last year for the college basketball side is a lot of these teams in the college sports in general, they feel like a wave is coming where um the freshman junk is gonna be very limited. Like a lot of these teams are, because you know how the college basketball side they're going to experience older players. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you mean like
That
shifting away from freshmen as much? You saying?
seen a tweet yesterday, and they feel like the wave with that is coming because like as you see, all the quarterbacks right now that's in the portal, bro, are all of them are about to be seniors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As far as the good ones, and you
Yep. Yep.
know it's a lot of these schools that have somebody, can somebody mute real quick? A lot of these schools are have like freshmen, 4-star, 5-star freshmen, 4-star, 5-star sophomores that that didn't play right away. But all the guys that's going far in these playoffs since the 12 team thing has started. These niggas are juniors and seniors, bro. So they like the experience matters. Like
Yep. Yep.
if you got them young ass quarterbacks out there, that shit to me it's only gonna take you so far, bro. Like it is, bro. And I actually agree with the tweet. That's why I brought it up. I think the college football side will, I think it will shift to that unless the quarterback you got coming in is just on some crazy timing. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
feel like
Yep.
he's the goods, he's the best. You know what I mean? He's one of the best in the country. Other than that, though, bro, I think a lot of these schools are going to go that route far as the quarterback position because them are the quarterbacks that's going far. You know what I mean? The ones who been there, the ones
Yeah.
who didn't play in these games 3-4 years in a row. You know what I mean? Instead of I don't go get him, I'm gonna go get this 5-star freshman and see how far that could take us. Well, them ain't the quarterbacks that's going far, bro. Them the
Nope.
quarterbacks the quarterbacks that's losing early. You
And
know what I mean? So
it's weird because I think it could I think it could have a good impact on some of the other, like some of the lower tier schools in D1, just from the standpoint of I don't know how many of these, like you got your top prospects, right? Like your top tier 5-star quarterback, but then you got your like 4-star guys and your 3-star guys, specifically 4-star guys, who a lot of 4-star guys will still end up at some of the better schools. But I think now you're seeing, if you look across like a lot of these better schools who have like a 4-star guy or 1 or 2 4-star guys who they brought in over the past few years at quarterback, they don't ever play. Like they don't ever see the field. They end up transferring and going to some other school. And 9 times out of 10, it's one of those lower D1 schools. So I think some of those schools are actually going to end up getting better quarterback talent than they otherwise would have before because of the kind of the trickle down effect of what you're saying. Because you're going to have your top tier guys, you're going to have your guys that transfer who are experienced that these better schools are getting, but then you're going to have these like 4-star guys who are just kind of like who are either freshmen or sophomores who are just they're kind of in purgatory, so they got to go somewhere where they can play. And it's going to be these
I
lower
mean,
tiers D1 schools.
shit, Jordan. Look at I mean, I don't remember what star Darian Mensa was, but when he was at Tulane, because like it's not like Duke is a crazy football
Yeah.
school. Like going
Yep.
from Tulane to Duke to just get more eyes on you and a
Yep.
little bit more
Exactly.
money and just to get like even better coaching. And then you
Mhm.
look at I think Barry can speak to it like Auburn because Auburn lost what they backup quarterback or both their backup quarterbacks, I think. It's like niggas that's not playing, like you said, people that's not playing, they're definitely gonna move on, especially after they were high recruits before. Because I think that happened to OU too. Our backup was a 4 or 5-star quarterback freshman, and he's leaving now because he's not gonna get no tick. So yeah,
Tiz, I don't know if you
I'll,
brought it up too, bro.
I'll say
LSU, Miss in a tough spot. That LSU staff got to leave. Just the portal open today. Some of them they don't know if they gonna
Yes, they
they
have
don't know if
six.
they
I
can
think it's like
stay or
six
go to
assistants or
back home.
something.
All of the
Yeah,
offensive staff is
yeah. The
leaving.
whole offensive staff they got to leave. So
So
they got to start doing taking care of their LSU jobs because the portal opened today, and they're still playing. So they don't know if they're gonna have the offensive staff there or not.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's
Like imagine you finna go to the college football playoff semifinals and your whole staff leave because your coach left. Ain't like shit you can do about it.
like yeah, because I didn't really speak on the game, but like I think Ole Miss ran like 73 plays, and I don't think they got sacked even one time. I don't think like that.
nope. They
That
never got sacked. When Trinidad was scrambling, he never got sacked even once.
so that Georgia pass rusher, which has been up and down all year, really down up until the last couple weeks. Once again, ain't show up. I don't. Um, that well, the missed field goal, obviously, just I think you brought up was really big, but I think there was a 4th and 3 on the next drive where Ole Miss was down 9, and Chambliss ripped it down the middle. And I think he hit it for almost 40 yards. That you can argue was one of the biggest plays of the game too, because it's like to me that's when he really started to get jump started. And that's when he started to really find his rhythm. And
Yep.
the Kirby being over aggressive thing, I think he saw how Chambliss was playing,
Exactly.
and he realized his defense ain't really got it for real. Like, because it was one of those, it's like Ole Miss scores a touchdown, Georgia was about to go 3 and out. I think that's why he went with the fake punt. And then it's like, even they scored and Ole Miss went right back down the field. But the thing about that 4th and 2 call, which I agree they should have punted it, is I don't even know if he was supposed to snap the ball. Because it looked
Yeah.
like half the line didn't even know
Yeah.
if
Yep. Especially the left
like
tackle. Exactly.
half the line didn't even move.
Yep.
And ironically enough, I think he
That's
had
a
somebody
fact. That's a
He
fact.
had somebody
going down the
yeah,
side.
on the right. He had somebody wide open on the right side, literally wide
Yep.
open. If that left tackle block,
I want to
was
say
able
was
to
that. I
block.
think it was Zach. I could be wrong. I think it was Zach. Zach was wide open, damn near the
I feel
whole
like
So
it.
it's
game.
I feel like
like
it was whoever. I think it was Humphrey, but whoever it was, wide open, literally wide open.
It was,
He
yeah,
had,
somebody
he
was
had
wide
Zach on
open.
the stop route.
yeah. So it's
Zach was
like
open
I
on the
say
left
yeah. I
side.
thought it
But
was
Okay.
Zach. Zach was
yeah,
open.
it was. You
so it's
could
like
tell. It just they did not. They were not organized on whatever that fourth down call was going to say. Because you said the left side of the offensive line just didn't block, and but by result of that, they got immediate pressure, and he had to come off of Zach from the left side because he was scrambling. So yeah, it was just it was an unorganized call to say the least.
yeah, and then yeah, because Tez said it, Kirby, bro. That sequence of plays when you were down 34-31, and I think Ole Miss has what 2 timeouts or 1 timeout. That's got to be 3 runs or 3 plays that are designed to burn time off the clock.
Oh no, I had said that. But
Because there's no way. Like to me, you go something like quarterback power or something maybe. Like
They did.
have that extra
They
guy.
did. They got to stop.
That
No, no,
was
no,
the
no, no,
first
no.
play.
I'm talking
You talking about
about
when we got? You talking about when we was in the red
red
zone?
zone down 3. I'm saying on that 3rd down call. To me, that 3rd down call's got
Oh
to be
yeah.
like quarterback power or
Okay.
something that like one of two things
I
is gonna
think.
happen. Either I get a touchdown and take the lead, or I'm burning another 40 seconds off the clock.
yeah,
I
Because the
agree with you
minute
there, Jordan. But I think they because like I said before, they wasn't using Lucky or Delp a lot. That play was designed to go to Delp. I think Gunner just stared at that shit too long. Like he was trying to force it to Delp because they're like, well,
you
that's a mismatch we haven't really used this game. But I feel you what
but
you saying. Like they
to
should
me,
have probably
though,
ran some more clock off.
yeah, like you can't run something that's got risk of an incomplete pass. To me, like that's
Yeah.
because this at worst it's 34-34 and they only got like 15 seconds to go.
hmm
And then on that call, in that defensive call, the 3rd and 5, they were hunting the sack because it was
yep,
because they had 3 timeouts. They wanted to get the sack, punt, get in good field position to try and win the game with a kick.
yep.
So
And that's something I've been wanting them to do all year. Like we didn't. I feel like this year we didn't really utilize our tight ends as much as we should. Obviously, we don't have like Brock like we did when he was here, but Delp and Lucky, those are still like good viable options for a tight end. We just didn't use them as much as we should have this year. So
yeah,
And I need for them to come back
So what
next year
Jordan?
with a brand new OC at that who utilized
oh
them correctly.
yeah, and then to
Yeah.
the then Trinidad, like I'd have to sit down and think about it. That's one of the best performances in this tournament that I've seen in a while. Like,
No, he hoop.
it's not even so much about the numbers, but it's like the off script shit that he had to do. Them 3 plays in a row. He made every big throw, and even some of them were drops too. Like he made every single one. Like that's Ole
And he
Miss.
threw it.
And
He
he
threw it.
didn't and he
He,
no, my fault,
the
Taylor. Go ahead.
Go
dude.
ahead.
Yeah, I
Go
was saying
ahead.
he threw it to dude. Dude hit him, dropped the ball. He
Yep.
came back the next play and threw that bitch 20 yards down the field again, bro. Like that isn't, bro. That's crazy, bro.
That's
Mm-hmm.
nails, bro. Like, and again, this is a scouting report thing, bro. Because on that 3rd and 5, like you go press against dudes with speed. I think it was Stripling that he hit middle of the field. Like
Come on, the
he's
fourth.
no, last play, the last play before
Last play again. Oh yeah. That was it.
that speed. You can't go press against speed because Trinidad. He looked at him the minute them two, dude in the corner of the slot. The minute them two they were on level, it's like nah, he's got him. Like Trinidad. He looked at that the whole way, bro. Like yeah, Kirby's gonna be kicking himself with this one. I'm not gonna lie, because Georgia really, you win that game if you coach better. Like
One thing I do want to say though, and this goes back to the transfer portal and the quarterback development point. It is everything about the quarterback position is just having more information that you can have over the experience of playing it, and that lends itself to having guys that have played more often than having these freshmen come in that even are 4 or 5 stars. And obviously, you can have the outliers that are just crazy guys that can come in and still do it regardless. But yeah, you're going to see these guys go to younger schools, lower level schools, and then the big schools want to, poach them from there. And the cycle will continue from there because it's best for the quarterback development to get play immediately, understand where his limits are, understand the speed of the college game, continue to get those live bullets, and then eventually move up to make his name and be able to compete at the highest level. So
Yep.
that's kind of how this is going to continue to go. And it's like you guys have said, it's not a coincidence that all 4 of these guys are transfer portal quarterbacks because that's the experience of the quarterback position that matters, of knowing in key moments where I need to get the ball and where I need to attack the defense.
Well said. I agree with you 100%. Any other comment? D-Mac, great point. Any other comment to close out this Georgia and Ole Miss game?
Yeah, I
I
wanted
do.
to
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
no, I just want to say like shout out to Kawan Lacey, like to play with a banged up shoulder, to have that fumble, like where niggas was like saying, man, that might be too much, they might not be able to overcome it, and to come back and make big plays and big moments with your quarterback, run hard, like shout out to him, man. He's a dog. I like that
Yeah,
kid.
for sure. Somebody else was about to say something before
Yeah.
Fredo too.
I was going to say Ole Miss defense, at least in the fourth quarter, deserves more credit for how they played the game because they did stop Georgia on 4th down and crucial stops in order for them to win the game.
That's a fact. Any other comments, y'all, before we move? All right, man.
Nah. It's
Shout,
still go dogs. Go ahead.
shout out to the
Go dogs.
Shout out to the Final Four. Really, I just want to say that. Josiah and Justin spoke to the age of the team and things like that. Obviously, it's a young team. I enjoy watching the hell out of this team, especially as the season went on. Definitely thought we had a chance to win it all this year. Didn't think we were the best team, but I thought we had a chance to win it all this year by how well we played together as a collective and the growth in Gunnar Stockton's game at the quarterback position. It's unfortunate. We'll be right back here next year again. Like I said, like Ted said, KJ Bolden's probably one of my favorite players on the team. Alice Robinson is going to be a first round pick 100% in 2 years. He's going to be a dog at corner, so we'll be fine. I'm not really tripping. It is what it is. I'm still excited to see these Final Four teams that we got because I think both of these games will be good games, and I think both of these games will be a styles make fight type of thing with Oregon, Indiana, and Ole Miss and Miami. We'll talk more about these Final Four matchups one day next week prior to the game. I think the first game is on Thursday, or the game is on Thursday. So we'll be talking about that either Wednesday.
Hold on.
We'll be talking about that Wednesday or
Yep.
Tuesday. We'll be talking about that Wednesday. I got you. We'll be talking about that Wednesday or Tuesday. Not just to keep our brains fresh to recircle and bring back up them talks. The week of the actual games. And what you about to say, Ryan?
You know I got poke fun at y'all. SEC, what's going on, man? Bowl season came. Y'all
Oh
not,
my
y'all
god.
not representing.
Here we go.
This you know
I got
what?
y'all let Iowa score 30 points. That's
That's crazy. Iowa had their first 200-yard passing game this season, and then it came on an SEC team. What's going on? I thought it means more.
Well, me and you both think the same thing, so I don't know if I'm going to respond to that. We both think the SEC is deeper and also better than the Big Ten, so I don't know where you going with that, because you think the same thing I think.
Hey man, guys lost to Illinois, man. I don't know.
You think the same
Does
thing?
it mean more?
This nigga.
Does it mean more?
Nah, that's you an nasty nigga, bro.
Better? Not that better.
Deeper equal better.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
I saw an SEC quarterback tap out on New Year's Day.
Hey, look,
Todd
man.
Simpson ribs fine. That nigga tapped out.
Man, the only
Damn,
SEC
damn.
win in this tournament has been against other SEC teams, so I don't know.
Wait, have I missed that recap?
Yeah,
Which one?
we did all the
The
games.
Bama one?
Yeah, we did all the games.
Go ahead, Bray.
Long story short, that was bad coaching, bad management of quarterback the whole year, because one minute it was Simpson should be a Heisman runner, and then you didn't bench him when he was hurt because it was against Auburn. Oh, he's fine. It's just not a bad injury. But you could have put Austin Mack in against Georgia and at least see what he has. And that way you give Ty a little bit of rest. You don't have to do the same thing you did like Nick did with Tua, but you could at least give Tyson some time to heal. Because instead you let him play injured and hold the team back all year long while the receivers had no consistency with how to run the offense, because the offensive coordinator does not know what he wants to do, whether it's run deep, which we don't do anymore. I don't know why. Or the running game that couldn't get established all year long, whether that's for Jam Miller or the running back we just threw in the last minute. As a whole, like our run game wasn't there this game. And I felt like if we at least had a run game the last half of the season, we'd be in way better shape, but it wouldn't change where we are as a team. And our coach has got to at least fix it, because I do feel like next year, if it's the same thing happens, I'm not saying he should get fired, but I wouldn't be shocked if he did, because our alumni do not like how he's having these losses and it looks like we're getting blown out versus just you lose, but you look competitive. And I don't think Alabama fans like that as a whole.
Okay.
Skill issue.
Thank you for that, my brother Bray. Thank you everybody that spoke on all four of these college football games this past 48 hours. We started the show up with college football for 2 straight hours. That is amazing. That is growth when it comes to fact and stats coverage on the different sports that we have.
SEC.
The different. How are you talking?
Yeah,
You were preaching back.
Why Ohio State
You were
fans
preaching back.
talking
You
about
were preaching
SEC
back
fans?
to back
I'm
all year.
confused.
You were preaching back to back all year and got mocked.
Terrible.
Hey,
We can't
niggas
conference
posted our
this year.
schedule all
Everybody
year.
can't go back to back.
We can't conference
Everybody
I
can't
wake
go
up
back
at
to
6
back.
o'clock in the morning. I see my
Everybody can't
schedule
go back
posted
to
in
back.
here.
Everybody
We got
can't
a
go back to
pro
back.
clinic shop, bro.
Everybody
Yeah,
can't
but
go
ain't
back
for
to back.
everybody,
Don't ever
bro.
forget
It's
that.
weak
Everybody can't
Man's
go back to
conference,
back.
man.
Everybody can't go back to back. Don't
It
ever
just
forget that.
means more.
Everybody can't go
I
back
know
to
I
back.
did
Don't ever
before.
forget
I've
that.
been back to back.
Everybody can't go back to back.
Yeah, of course, y'all can win a playoff game in 3
Julian Sand,
years.
best quarterback in the
Aw.
country, right? Julian Sand, best quarterback in the country, right? Everybody
Kirby is
can't go back to
winless right
back.
now.
Everybody can't go back to back. Don't ever forget that. Niggas don't know what it's like to go back to back. Niggas can't feel that shit. Fuck you talking about?
Kirby ain't won no playoff
Niggas
games in
lost to
1,000
Carson
days,
Beck.
bro.
The niggas that be clowning
He done
Carson
went back
Beck
to back,
lost to
though.
Carson
He done
Beck.
went
How the
back to
fuck
What
back.
that
was
work?
Kirby's last
He ain't won a
playoff game?
playoff
Fuck you
game
talking
since
about?
He
Carson
done
2022,
Beck,
went back to
nigga.
bro.
back, though.
Wait,
I
what
done
was
seen that
Kirby's
nigga go
last
back to
playoff
back.
And
game?
y'all living on in the Kobe Dean corpse now.
Shout out Carson Beck,
I'm
nigga.
just saying, I went back to back.
Niggas trash Carson Beck and then lost to him. Fuck out of
I
here.
gotta wait a second. So it's harder to win a natty if you put more teams in the playoff.
And do y'all win with Carson Beck?
Niggas ain't win a conference championship in I don't know how long. Niggas got lucky last year with some mid opponents last year. And then when that field opened up, nigga, even more with better opponents
And
and better
Texas
teams,
mid?
niggas get mopped, nigga. Niggas get
Texas,
mopped, nigga.
Notre
Y'all got
Dame mid,
mopped.
they beat
Y'all
y'all.
got mopped,
I'm not
nigga.
gonna lie,
Fuck you
Texas
talking
did
Notre
about?
win mid, though. I
Y'all
ain't
got
gonna
Notre
lie.
mopped
Dame
this
Texas
mid,
year.
they
did
beat
Y'all
win
y'all.
mid.
got
I ain't
mopped
gonna
this
lie.
year, nigga.
Texas
Notre
Y'all
did
ain't,
Dame
win
y'all
mid,
mid.
they
ain't
beat
belong
y'all
on the
though.
field, Miami. That's a fact.
Notre
Everybody
Dame
can't go
mid, they
back to
beat
back.
y'all though.
All that back to back. A man, say man. All that back to back all year. A man, say man. All that back to back. Niggas back to back.
Hey man,
Caleb Down,
Come on,
Hey
bro.
Julian
man.
Sand, Jeremiah Smith,
Come on,
y'all are
bro.
arguing on
Carnell
the couch
Tate.
together. Man.
Come on,
30
man.
yards for
What?
Carnell, man. Stop playing. He
Y'all
He's
leaving
still
are
a first
arguing on
Ohio.
round
the
He
couch
champ,
leaving
though.
together.
Stop
Ohio
playing with
State
him.
with a
QB can't
37-yard
process.
receiving game. Fuck out of here.
He a champ, though.
Our
He a
QB
champ.
can't see, bro.
Come on, now.
Fuck
Stop
out of
playing.
here, man.
Y'all arguing on the couch
He's a champ.
together.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all told us SEC this, SEC
Bro,
that.
what about
Your
what you
only hope for
told?
that
What do you?
conference
What
is
do you?
Ole
What?
Miss.
And what? And you? What did you tell us, brother?
Ole Miss,
What did
damn.
you tell us?
Hoping and praying Ole Miss win a championship for your conference is
Ain't you
insane.
room for Ole Miss to
Wait,
beat
wait,
my? Ain't you room for Ole Miss to beat
Hold on.
Miami?
Duh. I want to see Miami win.
So you have
you
an
rooting for
SEC team going
Indiana
to the
to
Duh.
championship.
win?
You have an SEC
Hold
team
on,
going to the
bro.
championship game,
Why would I?
brother. So why does it matter?
Why would I
So
have
Miles,
Miami win the game?
So
No, we
Miles.
cool.
According to you, it's going to be SEC versus the
They
Big
beat
Ten.
us.
Miles, according to you, it's going to be SEC versus the Big Ten national championship. Correct?
I don't know. It might be. I could be wrong, fool.
Bro, what?
I could be wrong,
Wait,
bro. I could be
oh
wrong.
my god.
I could be wrong, bro. But y'all told us it just
And
means
you
more,
and
bro.
you
I
and
don't
you
know,
told me
man.
y'all going back to back, bro.
Hey,
You
I
told me
was
I had
wrong, bro.
you told me I had the best quarterback in the country.
Hey,
I was wrong.
Everybody can't go back
I
to
was
back,
wrong,
bro. Everybody can't go back to back, gang.
Bro,
that
bro.
shit
that
ain't for
that
everybody,
commercial
Bro,
is
that
bro.
was
running
so
That shit
while
long
ain't
Bam
ago,
for
only
bro.
has
everybody.
3 points.
So
That is
so
nasty,
long
bro.
It's
ago.
That
nasty,
ain't
So
bro.
long
That
ago
shit
was
was so
crazy.
long ago,
so
bro.
long
So
ago.
long
What do
It
you
ago.
mean so
was.
long ago?
That
So
was the
long
last time
ago.
Curry won a playoff game.
bro. All y'all's best
3 years is
quarterback,
so long ago?
all y'all's
Yes.
Shit,
best
crazy.
quarterback in the nation, bro.
God
Ain't
damn.
live up to it, bro.
Ain't gonna lie,
First was
Wilson.
Ty
You might need
Simpson.
to tread lightly before you end up on the couch with us.
Like,
Wait, Jordan, who your team
Don't
again?
start smelling
Jordan,
your
Humble
too
up,
much, bro.
Jordan
Wesley
already
Miles.
scared,
On
bro. Jordan think
God.
they gonna lose the
Humble up,
game.
bro.
Jordan already scared.
Wait,
Come on,
Jordan, you an
bro.
Oregon fan?
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
hey,
gonna
is.
lie.
hey,
I think
bro.
Wilson
I
said he
think
trying to
Indiana.
coach
Come
you.
I
damn.
think
Bro,
Indiana gonna
Jordan
beat the
Woods
shit
was
out of
right, bro.
them. I think
That humble
Indiana
up a
okay,
gonna beat the
curse.
shit out
look,
of them.
Mmm.
I ain't gonna
look,
lie.
Jordan's
look,
That humble
scared,
up a curse,
bro.
dog.
look, look. Y'all are speaking from the couch right now.
Bro,
So
Jordan
Oh, you
Woods. That
I'm
okay?
not
humble up
gonna
a
lie.
curse,
Okay.
gang.
Bro,
Okay.
I'm gonna lie, bro.
That humble up is a
That's
curse,
crazy.
dog.
Bold for you to say when we just put you on a fucking mattress
Wilson.
last year.
bro, I
Trey
don't even
Lance,
have.
man.
Wait. Hold up.
I
I don't
don't
even
even
have
want no
to
Wilson,
win.
smoke.
you
My team not
Wilson,
in
you
it,
gonna be
bro.
handing me my chips in
You
a
can
minute. Don't
Okay,
worry.
I don't want no smoke because I'm not in it, bro. I'm letting them have it. But that's a lot for you to say when we just
wait.
mollywopped you niggas a year ago.
Wait, time out. I don't
Didn't know
even
you get to
have
the
too much
date.
smoke for y'all because I really wanted to see y'all again. But
Huh?
it's
Oh
whatever. You can't.
shit.
Okay.
You
He
choose
wanted to
to
see
have.
Oh
us
shit. He
again.
popping it,
But
man.
no, I'm saying no. I mean, I wanted to get back. But I mean,
Type
it is what
shit.
it is. You can't have every matchup you want. But
Can't get back, nigga. It ain't just us. It's Indiana. Lace up.
well, yeah, obviously, in order to get there, you got to be Indiana. Obviously,
Hey, that humble up a curse, dog.
All right, man. Shout out to
Trying to
college
tell you, that
football.
shit a
We got
curse.
we got the next game next week, Thursday, or next game. I'm sorry. Let me get the game, the opponent who will be playing. Yeah, next
Thursday
week
is Ole
Thursday.
Miss and Miami.
Ole Miss and Miami, 7:30 p.m. And then on Friday we got Oregon, Indiana, 7:30 p.m. Both games will be on ESPN. So make sure y'all tap in and lock into these games, and we'll be talking about it those following days. We'll probably bring this matchup up, like I said, probably on Tuesday of next week after the power rankings. We'll shift over to college football, so I can just leave Wednesday to the NBA, just to spread it out a little bit. Next, I may or may not bring up the NBA this week. I put it up there just to put it up there. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is staying on football, and that's going over to the NFL real quick. If you're still watching the show, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch. If you're first time watching, Fact and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you want to extend your support, feel free to become a member on YouTube and or a sub on Twitch. For the NFL, I really want to talk about 3 key games, and let me just make sure on the schedule. But it's 3 key games off the top of my head that means the world. That means everything. You got the Panthers, the Bucks. I'm asking the stage in the chat, who you have winning and why. You have the Niners and the Seahawks. That's the number 1 seed. And then you have the Ravens and then the Steelers. Sunday Night Football. After that, nothing else really matters because you have teams resting, players like Josh Allen, for example, the Chargers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So no other game really matters, to be honest, for the most part. So we'll be. Oh, it's something to look at forward to with the Saints and Falcons game too. If the Falcons win.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah. My bad. And Chris Olave is not playing too, so that's a little tough. The Falcons, I don't know. I'm hoping Tyler Shuck can do something, but either way, starting off, we got the Carolina Panthers traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers, who've been losing their ass off for a good month and some change now. They lost to the Panthers about 3 weeks ago, 23-20 or 20-23, where Baker threw a interception on a miscommunication with the top of the route with, I believe that was Mike Evans at the time. The Panthers defense been solid. They've been looking solid as a team. A lot of what they do falls on how well Bryce Young plays in that particular game. I don't know what version of Bryce will get in this game right here. As of right now, the Bucks are favorites because they're home. Even neutral field will be even line. Obviously, I'll start off. I have the Bucks winning / want the Bucks to win for obvious reasons, mainly Jada related. Do not want them guys to win 9 games. If they win 9 games, congrats. I will pat myself on the back and say I was wrong. And shout out to the Panthers. They won some games I did not think they was going to win this year, first and foremost. The Buccaneers, I hope they have one more punch in them because they'll be first round exits. Either one of these teams will be first round exits if they make the playoffs, in my opinion. But there's no reason why you should have an offense that feature players like that and not be able to win games. Even no matter what defense you're going against. That's McMillan, Mike Evans, Godwin, Emeka, who fell off, to be honest, after like the first month of the season. And a running back room that features 3 guys they'd like to utilize in Bucky, Sean, and White. So the defense has been the biggest problem for the Bucks, man. Good news is they're not going against any prolific or top end or high end offense. They're going against an offense that can make plays at certain moments when needed. That's whether that's the Tet or whether that's the Coker. And obviously the Bucks are going to have to minimize the run game that Carolina will be able to potentially offer. And Rico and Chuba coming out of that backfield. Rico was on the injury report earlier this week. I think he practiced yesterday, so I think he's good to go for this game tomorrow. But yeah, for me, I'm going with the Bucks to win. I want them to. But again, if the Bucks do win and the Falcons win, the Panthers still win that division. I want to make that very clear for everybody that's in here. If the Bucks win and the Falcons win, the Panthers will still win the division because it'll be a 3-way tie. Is that it?
Correct.
The Falcons go 8-9.
Record-wise, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
You definitely can, bro. That's how shitty this.
Very
yeah,
funny.
Y'all won the division. Y'all just had a tiebreaker. So
That's insane. So
Yeah.
I do want to
Yeah, I
pass
know.
it to the next person. Who do y'all have winning this
should beat the
game and why?
Well, I'll say it. Look, I think the Panthers are just a balanced team, and if you look back at this first matchup, they really dominated them on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Which was obviously we know that the Panthers have invested, I should say, obviously on the offensive line to be able to make that better, and the Bucks defensive line struggled some, but the Bucks offensive line has to show up in this game much better than he did versus the Panthers defensive line because Baker didn't have much time to really operate. They couldn't really get much going on the ground either. And Baker has just been pretty bad over the last 2 months. The downfield element of the game has been gone. They have been struggling, obviously, to move the ball. He's made some bad decisions on top of it too. I think the Bucks have to be a little bit more aggressive in trying to make Bryce throw into some smaller windows than they were the first time. They were giving him too much cushion as well. So that being said, I think the Panthers are just a better team right now. I think that they can control the game. I think they can keep it away. Now, if Baker shows up, then this game can go the Bucks' way. But I think probably the Panthers should be favored.
Okay. Next person. Appreciate you, brother. Anybody else want to share?
Man, I have no faith in these niggas, bro. I got no faith in these niggas, bro. I've been waiting for 2 months for Baker to at least give me a decent game. He hasn't done that yet. To D-Mac's point, like the offensive line, but because even Wirfs has been injured, but like we lost people early in the season. You got some guys back, but they haven't played to that level yet this season offensively on the line. And then defensively, D-Mac was talking about making tough windows. We're talking about a Todd Bowles defense. That nigga is going to blitz with fucking 7 yards of cushion. So it's not going to be that much of a window as long as the Panthers offensive line holds up. So, I mean, unless, like he said, unless Baker shows up, this is not going to be a game. I think the Panthers going to win this motherfucker, bro.
All right.
Like, that's a locker room that's tired of their coach, and the fucking front office won't fire this useless nigga, bro. I'm sick of this shit.
I ain't gonna lie. The Bucks are gonna win. Gonna be happy for 24 hours. And then when the Falcons beat the Saints, realize that they're out the playoffs.
And it's
Because
funny
it's the
I think
NFC
that's
South.
That would be
I think that's what's going to
That
happen.
would be the
most Bucks
funniest
shit
outcome.
ever, bro.
That
That'd be the most
absolutely
Bucks
is the
shit
funniest
ever.
outcome.
Yeah, that'll probably happen, bro.
That is the funniest outcome.
Rarely.
No.
I remember the last time we
B
swept the Saints,
John
bro. That shit
gonna
not
get like a
happening.
300-yard game. It's gonna be some crazy.
It's gonna be some goofy shit that's gonna happen to us, like it
Oh
always
my
do,
god.
and we gonna
Bro,
lose.
it's already setting up, bro. Olave's not playing.
Yeah.
It's already setting up for that, bro. Like,
We
Bro,
can
that
still
shit-
lose that game. I don't know why y'all.
Bro, I
think
don't
we're
like
just gonna
that
screw in the
Saturday
win.
shit, bro. I don't like that Saturday shit. That shit
I don't
weird.
either. I wish that.
Put all that
I
shit.
think they should,
Put all that shit on
Yes,
Sunday.
it's a little
no,
weird.
honestly, they should just play at the same time. To be
It
honest,
should.
but it is what it is. And I ain't gonna lie, like the Panthers and Bucks ain't no NFL prime time caliber. Like
I mean, that
cool.
game at what 4 o'clock?
4:30.
Yeah.
I ain't really prime time, but I get what you
No, I
saying.
mean like
I mean, they give
don't
them
deserve its
the
On
own
like
time
Saturday
on
slot.
slate
ESPN and
for,
shit.
for
You
the
mean
slot
right?
for that
Yeah, like it
reason.
don't deserve its own time slot for real. Like the stakes cool, but like
Yeah, that's really it. It's only for the
Yeah,
division. That's why.
but they
I
only
said
have but
Scrub
so
doing
many
that game.
games.
Ew.
They only have but
Ew.
so many games that they can put or in standalone slots, and they're always going to have 2 Saturday games and then the Sunday game. So that's why it had to be there. But this one obviously was not going to be in prime time, all things considered.
right.
I will say I was actually pretty surprised that they flipped because I thought that the Seattle and Niners game would be the Sunday night game, but instead they had that be the Saturday night game. But yeah, this is a pillow fight.
All right. Anyone else want to let
Yeah.
us know what they got?
Surprised how they did it, to be honest. Ravens,
It's
Steelers,
it's
all
it's so
market.
hard as a Falcons fan, bro. Like where do I go? I want them both to lose. Fuck both
Home
of
with
them.
me.
Real
Us.
shit. But I think just being real, I think the Panthers have shown they're a better team. I don't like how the Bucks have been playing. Like we came back on them a couple weeks ago from a two scores. So I don't think the Bucks are a good football team. So I think the Panthers win. I think it'll be a close game, but I got the Panthers win.
All right. Anyone else want to share their prediction on this game? I was just thinking
Woods,
that
if
to
it's a
run
tie,
Woods.
Carolina goes. By the way, Woods, if it's a tie.
Your brother.
All right, that is that for the Bucks and Panthers, I believe. Y'all let me know in the chat real quick if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch who you got winning, the Bucks or the Panthers. And then number one seed, man. Number one seed, you got one job. And that's win 2 games. Literally, that's all you got to do. Win 2 games, and you are good. So that's coming down to Seattle versus the 49ers, 8 p.m. Saturday. I've been impressed with both of these teams this season. Seattle obviously 13-3, 7-1 on the road. The 49ers 12-4, 5-2 at home. This is basically an even line via FanDuel, most likely. ESPN is an even line. Pretty sure FanDuel probably the same thing. And I'm actually going to go, and I don't have no real deep thoughts for this one, to be honest. I like both of these teams. I'm going to go with the 49ers because I think Brock Purdy has a better game than Sam Darnold. And George Kittle and CMC and Ricky and all them guys, I think they'll be prepared against that Seattle defense from an offensive standpoint. So I'm going to go with the team that I believe can be or probably is the better offense in this game right here. So I'm going to go with Brock Purdy and the Niners getting the win at home to get the number one seed, finish the season off 13-4. And that's my quick pick if I had to just make a selection on this game.
The way hell Sam Darnold going into that building and winning that football game. Nope. It's in San Fran or no?
Yeah.
It's in San Fran.
Yeah,
it's in
fuck
San Fran.
no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's literally my exact same reason, but I do not trust Sam Darnold in this type of situation.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I got the Niners. Niners are my pick to go to the bowl, so I got them winning this game and pretty much playing all home games from here on out, right to the Super Bowl. So yeah, Niners because of Sam. I know the Niners defense is prone to giving up a lot of points, but I think what can help that is if you get a turnover or 2 from the other team. And I think they're gonna get at least 2 in this game. And I think their offense is going to be able to do enough at home. Yeah, it's really the quarterback. It's really the quarterback. Now Purdy is prone to giving you one as well, so that could
He
balance
gave
it
him
out.
one in
But
the first matchup too.
But I'm expecting them to win a turnover battle. Because of who Sam has shown me to be in big games. If Purdy give you 1, I think Sam give you 3. Like I think they're gonna win this turnover margin by like 2 or more.
Damn, 3?
Whatever it takes, bro.
Damn.
I completely understand it. I am picking Seattle in this game, and I'm scared to death to do it. They're the more balanced team. I would say that the Niners have an argument to have the best unit in all of football, though, with the way that their offense is running. However,
the way that Mike McDonald does end up, scheming his defense does present problems. They are excellent, specifically over the middle of the field, and defending that aspect of it. And it is tough for a quarterback that has a good arm but not an elite arm to sometimes get the ball over the middle of the field. And that was how they picked up Brock Purdy in the first matchup. Was he just floated one that he shouldn't have, and they were able to grab one. So I'm not saying that Sam Darnold's going to play a perfect game. I think that they still have some challenges. Can the Niners limit any of the Seattle passing game explosives in any way? Would be helpful, obviously. But I think it'll be one of those things where maybe the Niners offense slows down a little bit because of Seattle's advantages over the defensive middle of the field. And I think Mike will try and scheme some stuff up to keep CMC in pass protection instead of having him always out in the routes too. So it'd be interesting to see. I think it'll be a fun game, and it certainly can go either way. And similar to what Wood said, I do think that it is going to come down to the turnover battle, because if one of these quarterbacks turns the ball over multiple times, then that team is going to lose the game, and that's probably what's going to end up happening and deciding us.
Is Trent playing? D-Mac?
Who did you ask?
Is
Trent playing? Trent Williams?
I believe
I
so.
was actually just about to
I
ask
haven't
that.
seen
I'm like,
his
if he's not
practice report
playing,
though.
I like Seattle.
I like
Because it was a
Seattle.
hamstring, wasn't it?
Yeah, hamstring.
Never mind. Sorry, rap sheet said he's not expected to play.
Yeah, I like Seattle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
give me Seattle then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm taking Seattle. Here's because same thing. I get it, but the Niners can't touch people. That quarterback position. Their pass rush is non-existent.
True.
And the thing about Sam is, you can rattle him if you can get to him, but if you give him a clean pocket, he can definitely throw the football all over the field. And to be honest with you, I think the thing about the Niners offense, it's a great offense, but I do wonder if it's had to face a lot of great defenses and have they really been able to scale up against good defenses like that? Because the 40-something points in the Colts, the 40-something points in Chicago. Those are great performances, but I don't think they've really faced defenses, or at least not very often, that's really been able to put pressure. But I honestly think, to me, give me Seattle in this matchup, and especially if you're telling me Trent's not playing, Kittle is banged up. I think defense really wins the day here, and I think Seattle's probably going to be able to win something along the lines of like 27-23-ish. I think they can really not completely shut down, but contain that Niners offense. And I think Sam can have a good enough day. I do think Sam really, that overtime game against the Rams, where he really made throws that he needed to, I think that was big for him to win the game in that spot. So, give me Sam with the division and number 1 seed on the line. So,
I like this. I'm tomorrow at 8 p.m. I heard y'all say y'all didn't like it. I heard Chan say F for that. I like it. I like it too, man. Saturday, give me some Saturday football when shit matter. Like, this shit matter right here. Both of these games matter, and everybody's going to be glued to their TV on both of these games tomorrow, on top of Sunday Night Football. The ratings are about to go insane. Let me know in the chat. I saw some Bucks and Panthers back and
I think it's
forth.
particularly fine.
All they had to do was put that college on Saturday, bro.
Yeah, if they don't have college football on Saturday, then I'm fine with the NFL having Saturday. But if they don't, then they can change it around. I don't know. That's my viewpoint on it.
Yeah. Let me know who y'all got, Seahawks or 49ers in the chat. I saw y'all back and forth 50-50 with the Bucks and the Panthers. Let me know who y'all got for the Seahawks and the 49ers. Now, obviously, the game of the game. Yeah, for me, at least. I knew Lamar was going to play. This is the first time in 2 months Lamar practiced for 3 straight days in a row. He's a full participant every single day. Wednesday, Thursday, and today. Excuse me. I'm super duper excited. Sunday Night Football. Ravens traveling to Pittsburgh. A couple of big things around the game. No DK Metcalf, obviously. With that suspension. Glock and the guys, Seahawks. No DK Metcalf, obviously. I am overly confident the Ravens win this game. I've been saying that a lot this year. I was very confident in that Patriots game. Obviously, I did not expect Lamar Jackson to get hurt. It was a really good game regardless, though. But this game right here, Todd Monken spoke to something after the game earlier this week, how, Derrick Henry having his career high in carries. It was even some plays where Derrick Henry wanted to come out of the game. He was like, nah, F that. Like, you taking us to this victory. against Green Bay, and he did that. And I think sort of kind of Baltimore followed something really similar against this Pittsburgh team on Sunday. I think Derrick Henry will lead us to a victory in this game. I think he will allow the game to be more easier for Lamar Jackson when it comes to cleaner pockets, because I don't think they'll be able to. I think the play action game, and will be very effective for us when we have to go to that route. Lamar will also wear extra padding to help deal with that back contusion that he's dealing with. I think he's good to go. I'm not making no excuses for Lamar. If he has a good game, I'm not bringing up the injury. If he has a bad game, I'm not bringing up the injury. Lamar is good to go. He says he's good to go, and I'm excited. I think the Ravens win this game. I think it's obviously going to be a defensive game for the most part. It's going to come down to what team wants it more on the offensive side. I think that we're going to have the plays or players that'll make key plays in this game to help us ultimately come down with the victory, because DK Metcalf not being on the outside, I think, is very, very big for Pittsburgh. Now you have, I'm going to just say their names, so I'm not saying they're going to be as effective, but you have guys like Adam Thielen or MBS or Scotty Miller or even Freiermuth. I know Darnell's out for the season with the arm injury. But I think on our side, Derrick Henry leading the way with that ground game. Oh, even Gainwell and Warren. How can I forget those two guys? We had a mishap in that game where Gainwell scored, or Warren scored in that screen pass coming out the backfield, or that out coming out the backfield. But yeah, man, I'm going with the Ravens to win this game. I am definitely curious to hear what y'all think on the stage. Blacks, I hope y'all win. Be careful what you wish for. And I'm gonna leave you with that, Black, because I'm gonna talk to you in a week. Give me one more week. I'm gonna talk to you next week. Don't worry about it. Trust me. Who y'all got winning on the stage? Ravens or Pittsburgh?
You don't lose this game, bro. There's
I got
no
the
way in
Ravens,
hell.
dog.
There's no way in hell you lose this game if you Baltimore. It just cannot happen. If this was a different Steelers team with a better defense, I still think it'd be a bit of a defensive game. I would feel differently, but considering the personnel weaknesses and strengths on both sides, you have Derrick Henry and Lamar, you don't lose this football game. I don't care where it's being played. So I got the Ravens. I'm putting my faith in them one last time, because I don't think they will beat the Texans if they face the Texans, but I'm putting my faith in Baltimore one more time, like 21-17, some shit like that. But there's no way in hell you lose this game, bro. I'm on y'all ass if you do, because my goodness.
What are you gonna say?
The formula is simple, bro. Like,
Right.
you put
Well,
the
I'm
ball
waiting for us to finish, bro.
put the ball in Derrick Henry's hands, and bro, you got playmakers on the defense. There's no way that the Steelers' offense should really realistically be able to have success, bro. You got like Roquan, bro. Like you've been a great player in this league for a little while, bro. You got Kyle, bro. You got playmakers, bro. There's no DK there. Like, you got to be able to strap this offense. Like, that shit that we've been seeing the last few weeks from that Ravens defense, bro, just cannot happen Sunday night. And then on the offensive side, I think Lamar, is gonna be healthy enough. But bro, the formula worked last week with your season on the line. Go right back to it, bro. Feed Derrick Henry, and you win or lose the game on the success of Derrick Henry. Like, to me, that's the formula. And I think y'all have realized that, and I think that is something y'all will do. And yeah, there's no way I don't think Pittsburgh can win this spot. There's just not the DK, to me, it's just like there's no vertical game anymore. Like MBS and Thielen and Scotty Miller, like, those aren't guys that can win on the outside against man realistically. Like, maybe they can get some things going with Warren and Gainwell, maybe like the screen game or something, or maybe they can run the football a little bit, but this should be a Ravens win. Something like 21-17. I think that's a pretty accurate score. But yeah, there's no way
And that's
you can't.
DK like cooked them when they played. Like, he was one of the bigger factors in that game when they played previously. So not having him, it's a completely different calculus.
I would. I mean, you guys have said it. I can't imagine that the Steelers offense can have a successful day. You just hope that the Steelers defense can keep the game close. They obviously have some guys back from the first matchup. TJ Watt is expected to play, and that will help them. I think that they are in a much better spot to try and limit Derrick Henry than what you saw from obviously where the Packers were and his great game versus them last week. If they can limit Henry, which I think is possible, then it's going to be, hey, is Lamar healthy enough to then add his dynamic to the rushing attack? And if that happens, then I think they're probably going to put up enough points where they're just not going to be able to keep up with it. If he doesn't, then we'll see. Because the Steelers defense did a really good job on third down, getting them off the field in that first matchup as well. And, that's where you want them to be as a drop back passing offense. So it is going to be very fascinating to see if Lamar is healthy enough to run. And if he does, then it's probably not going to matter much on the other side of the ball. Pittsburgh obviously is going to try to do the short passing stuff. Baltimore can take that away if they so choose. And it's like, hey, can you get one or two things down the field to Calvin Austin? Because you named all the other guys as far as this Pittsburgh offense was concerned. He's the only one that I think even has a shot in hell of trying to create something down the field too. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think it'll be determined on Steelers being better versus Derrick Henry, and then the X factor is how healthy Lamar Jackson is, in my opinion, to get things going on the ground and try and put up too many points to beat him. But the Ravens should win this game, as you guys have said.
So we got Ravens. We got sort of kind of 50 more so with Seattle, and then more so with the Panthers, I believe.
I think one more thing on this game, time of possession is going to be huge, especially for Pittsburgh. I think the Pittsburgh running game, when we talk about Derrick Henry, I think the Pittsburgh running game could be one of the top two keys to this game, because if they're able to control time of possession and kind of shorten the game a little bit, it just makes it that's another way to protect their defense as well. So I'm looking at their running game. And then like D-Max said, Lamar's legs are probably the top two things I'm looking at again.
Well said. We were robbed in that game one, so I cannot wait to see game two. And it's going to be fun. Sunday night, make sure y'all pull up Facts and Stats Discord tomorrow and Sunday for these two games. I'll be present, share screening.
You was robbed.
100%, brother.
100%. It was robbed, bro.
100%.
Bro, you lost.
Yeah, we
lost,
we
bro.
lost the game. We were robbed though. 100%.
Bro, y'all was robbed, bro.
100% robbed.
Let's chill. Let them come into the must-win game with a victim complex, bro. Go ahead.
The likely game, ain't it? That's the likely game.
Yeah, the likely game. Also, the game with the bad call on the field goal attempt that they had. The bad call there, and the refs came out and said they shouldn't have called that, and they got a touchdown instead of 3 points off of that.
I remember that. The likely shit not a touchdown though.
That's cool. That's cool, brother. I'm not here to change anybody's mind in 2026 game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure. Game, but 21-17, bro. This game ain't going past 17 points, bro. It's gonna be 17-14, bro.
It's gonna be
whoever get the last field goal gonna win, bro.
It's gonna be physical, man. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, and I can see a game like that. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a Ravens and Steelers game to watch. This game is gonna be one of the games that we talk about 20 years from now. Because I still think about that Joe Flacco game where Troy Polamalu picked him off and he took it back to the crib. Like that was like damn near 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 17 years ago. So
Lamar, this game, like I said, his legs, but let's say y'all win this game, but if y'all win it without him being able to move, I'm scared for him the next week. I'm legitimately terrified for him. if he can't really move that well and you got to go up against the Texans with your O-line, I'm worried.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a shit show.
If he can't move, he won't play. He gonna see on Sunday. He gonna move. You gonna see. Trust me.
Okay, good.
You gonna trust
sure.
me. I talk to my sources. Trust.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Lamar,
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Win or lose,
I'm
not bringing him no injury when it comes to Lamar Jackson. That man is good to go. This is his first time he practiced 3 days in a row. Typically, he was taking a rest day throughout the week, but he wants to be ready. He feels ready. He feels good. He's excited. He's ready. It's gonna be a show on Sunday, man. Trust me. We might win by 2 scores. I know y'all saying the close game thing. We gonna quit that. Okay, Black, be careful.
Hey man. That is just speak.
And 2 scores is not saying anything crazy, by the way. When I say that, I mean like 21-12, 20-9.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in 13-24, something like that. I'm not saying we're going to like beat the hell out of them. But I just don't think that they're going to have enough offensive possessions where they're putting touchdowns on the board. That's why I'm more so pointing it to just a touchdown type of thing. And I think we can pop for a drive or 2 or 3 throughout the game where we're actually putting up 7 because of the likes of Derrick Henry, the likes of Lamar Jackson. And I think Zay Flowers will have a good game against them this week coming up again. I mean, Sunday coming up again. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. The last thing potentially, y'all, to talk about on the show, as y'all can see, I'm obviously in the process of moving some things. So I am not going to sit here too long because I got to go make some runs. But the last thing real quick, really quick for the most part. I'm just going to highlight yesterday's games in NBA. And like I said, Wednesday's everything dominant. Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, was where, shout out to Initial. Initial asked me a funny question of the day in Discord. But next week, Wednesday, we're going to talk about Trae Young, more so Anthony Davis, more so the current East and West outlook with all these teams right now. By then, maybe the Clippers streak continues. They're on a 6-game. And Kawhi, I think what we're seeing out of Kawhi right now, it might be real for the moment. Like that nigga, he balling, he going crazy, bro. I don't know what's going on with Kawhi.
Enjoy
But
this
Kawhi,
moment, bro.
yeah, you gotta enjoy the moment because it's probably the last year of Kawhi to be able to reach heights like this. 50 balls, 30, 45 last night. Like and they on a 6-game winning streak. James Harden posted something on Instagram the other day. I fucked with it. The caption was, Happy New Year, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but the New Year started for me five games ago or 5 days ago or something like that. Alluding to when they went on their win streak or when their win streak started. Tyronn Lue said all we got to do is go 35 and 20 the rest of the way. I think I laughed at that when he first said that. And now they're on a 6-game winning streak. I did make a statement where I don't think at any point this season they will hit 500. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Where they at now? 12 and 21. They creeping. They might shut me up on that, to be honest. We'll see. But top of the slate real quick. The Rockets blew out the Brooklyn Nets 120-96 last night. A men had like 23, 3, and 4, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, 23, 4, and 3. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. KD is now the oldest player in Houston Rockets franchise history to have a double-double, 22 point with assists. I'm sorry, 22 points, 11 assists. Might be double-double period, but I know for sure it's with assists. He did have 6 turnovers in the game. Sengun returned to the lineup. He had 26 and 6. Solid game for him. Solid game for Tari. Solid game for Jabari. Solid game for Reed off the bench, man. The Rockets got a pretty solid to good team, in my opinion. On the net side of things, Cam Thomas did not like coming off the bench. I didn't even like their starting lineup when I saw it, but Cam Thomas did not like coming off the bench in this game. He spoke to that in the press a little bit, but the coach continues to preach that outside with Cam, he wants something more out of just scoring. He wants playmaking and also defense with players that's on the court, and he pretty much feels like Cam when he brings them scoring. He didn't say Cam name directly, but it was to where like why Cam didn't start, why Cam was not on the court enough. So you can see he went with the lineup of Drake Powell starting at freaking point guard and Zaire Williams round that front court off with Noah Clowney, Danny Wolf, and Nick Claxton. So the Nets, they've been playing good basketball. Obviously, MPJ did not play in this game. I think it was an illness. It was illness related. So MPJ did not play in this game, and also Igor did not play in this game as well. But they have been one of the better teams over the last month from a competitive standpoint. But shout out to the Rockets, 21 and 10 on the season now, and they're just gonna be getting better and better as the season goes on. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that one. As I'm going through this slate pretty quickly, y'all, if y'all want to cut me off, feel free to cut me off. Just want to make sure I add the NBA a little bit in there. But again, the deeper topics will be coming on Wednesday next week. Next, it's a true love-hate relationship, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. A true love-hate relationship when it comes to my feelings and the Miami Heat. The wins is cool, but you know I'm one of the same as last year. My stance has not changed. I don't think we have an actual guy when it comes to building around them to get to true contention. Guy from a scoring perspective, playmaking perspective, things of that nature. And I think we whiffed on opportunity last year to get a guy that can blossom or grow into that year 3, year 4, year 5. Well, you were one day before year 5. And I think this year right here, we have a true opportunity or a true chance to do that as well. But it's just not happening. We're now on like a 4-game winning streak after coming off of a 5 or 6-game losing streak. This winning streak did start to pick back up, and offense did start to pick back up. Unfortunately, when Tyler Herro hit the pine. Tyler Herro's been out for like the last 5 games now, 6 games, I want to say, with a toe injury. They lost the first 2 games he didn't play. Now they're on a 4-game winning streak. The offense is looking better. Things are picking up. Khalil Weir is starting. He didn't have one of his better games yesterday from a scoring perspective, but his impact was still there. Offensive, rebounding wise and defensively. Him and Ban combined for 27 boards and 5 stocks. You know, that's what you. I'm sorry, 7. My goodness, 27 boards and 7 stocks. I love that front court pairing. I never wanted to break that up personally. Andrew Wiggins got the ability to shoot 20 times. Jaime been really good off the bench. You heard 11-10 spoke to that the other day. But in Jovic struggle, he had 5-5-5 and was 1 for 10 from the field. And Davion just been good. From a playmaking perspective and defensive perspective, Davion been good all year. He had 8 points, 11 assists the other day. So shout out to the Heat for getting a win over a good Pistons team. Pistons who were led by Cade Cunningham. 6 of 16 from the field, but he did get a great job of getting to the line yesterday. I didn't watch much of the game because I was watching college football. But he did a great job of getting to the line yesterday. He had 31 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 7 turnovers. But you can see the scoring help from that true secondary creator is still needed because probably the rest of this season, they're going to be leaning on Marcus Sasser in a lot of those aspects. He had 18 points, 4 for 6 from 3 yesterday, and he also had a good game the other day as well. So they need another guy to help. Jalen Duren went out. I think he got hurt in this game.
Here's the ankle.
Yeah, the ankle. Yeah, that's what it was. The ankle injury. So that's pretty much what it was. It was what it is in regards to Miami and Detroit of yesterday. Sasser looked really good. Facts. Like I said, I think they're gonna be leaning on Sasser a lot going forward. Let me see what Lo just said. Hoop 5 games be the best. Have a rough 5 game. You need to hang it up. I don't even know what that's about, to be honest. Oh, I think he's talking about what I was saying in regards to the Clippers. I don't know how he got that from what I was saying, but all right, whatever. Next, the third game was the Sixers versus the Mavericks. Tyrese Maxey returned home. Embiid, Paul George, and VJ are all 4 continuing to play games together. I like what they could be, and I hope they can reach what they could be. And that's a team that can probably make the Eastern Conference Finals. Just my opinion. Probably can make the Eastern Conference Finals if those guys are healthy and playing basketball together with the leap that Maxey's shown this year, with the growth that VJ's shown as a rookie this season, and with the effectiveness of Joel Embiid not having to be or not being the number 1 option game in and game out. This is the first year in a long time where he's not that. And shout out to Harden, by the way. But it's the first year he's not that for the most part. Even with Harden, we know Harden is more so like a pass first kind of guy, or especially his years in Philadelphia, where Embiid won freaking MVP with Harden. You know, so this year is the first year in a long time in Embiid's career, probably the first time in his career period where he's been healthy, where he has not been the number 1 option from a scoring standpoint. That is Tyrese Maxey this year and pretty much going forward. So Embiid, had a cool 22 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 for 18 from the field. And Paul George, like I said, also take a little sort of kind of a backseat to VJ and Maxey on some nights, if not most. He only shot the ball 11 times, and he had 14 points. And the Sixers got the win 123 to 108. On the Mavs side of things, Anthony Davis had a fake minute restriction, came into the game with a 30 to 34 minute restriction, ended up playing 37 minutes. But none of their 2 best players didn't have a good game. So I'll just put it like that from a scoring standpoint. Him and Cooper Flag combined for 25 points, 11 for 28 from the field, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, and that pretty much was that. So Max Christie though had a game, and Brandon Williams came off the bench with 14 points. The Mavs just have a bunch of players with Cooper Flag trying to find his way throughout his rookie season. How many average? He's probably averaging 20 now. Okay, 19, 6, and 4 on 48%. 1964 on 48%. That's good. Yeah, that's good. So shout out to the Sixers again. I like what they could be, and I hope that they can reach the height that I think they could reach, and that's the Eastern Conference Finals. Long as those 4 guys are healthy and they get some type of bench production in this game, like you get Quentin Grimes gave him 19, but whether that's Grimes, whether that's McCain, whether that's Oubre is Oubre out for the year? I don't think so.
No, he's not.
Okay, whether that's Oubre,
You running past this shit.
I'm running past.
This slate ain't nothing, bro.
You doing a speed drill? I was trying to. But you feel me?
So at the top, at the top, if anybody want to come
Twin got Twin got main character syndrome, bro.
Twin at the top, I said if anybody want to cut me off, they can cut me off, but I'm not going to go too deep on the NBA today because as you can see my background, I am moving things, so I got to make some runs in a second. But NBA will be obviously dominated on next week Wednesday when it comes to the East-West outlook, All Stars and Trae Young, Anthony Davis, and all that I told y'all on Wednesday. So there'll be more talks on Wednesday, Twin. 100%.
Grimes a sneaky trade candidate. They don't want to pay the dude.
Yeah, because I was just about to say because it's contract situation. Yep. So, Twin, did you want to cut me off on somewhere, brother? Look at these 5 games, brother. What you want to cut me off about?
Yeah, I was gonna say Embiid is 8-1 against Anthony Davis in his career Also, I was watching this game and I'm like, Embiid's moving very well. Defensively, I've seen a little slippage earlier in the year. I'm like, he's not really jumping to contest shots because he was one of the best defenders ever. You feel me? Like he's a literally when he's on the court, he always wins his minutes. That's an Embiid thing. That's a fact. So Embiid slowly getting back to MVP level, in my opinion. And you said Maxi first option, or I think first option as a scorer, but they playing Maxi to get a bucket. And B, they run a lot of post up, DHO. You feel me? He's easily their most impactful player. He's easily their best player. I don't think that should be a conversation. I know you didn't say that. I just wanted to, some people might have just Maxi, da, da, da. But he's playing well. He's scoring buckets, but like Embiid's slowly getting back to that level. Dallas situation. Honestly, they got too much talent, bro. Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, Caleb Martin. Bro, you can get some fucking picks or some like even Brandon Williams is like low key getting on my radar where he's a player to me. Like nothing crazy backup point guard. Like he remind me like Davion Mitchell type player where it comes to he's a tempo guy. Like you feel me? He plays good hustle. Dallas is good. I'm just worried about that Kyrie timeline. I think I was telling 1110, we really ain't get a Kyrie update. Like, I think we need, like, if Kyrie comes back, I want to see what this team can be for me to really, I don't, you feel me? They got a lot of players, so I don't know. AD, he came back from the little groin injury, rusty. It is what it is. I feel like he might have came back a little too early to be like, yo, because he had an awful game defensively, offensively, all of that. He was awful last night. Maybe had to do something with the injury coming back. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, that's about it.
I appreciate that, brother. Next, we had the Celtics versus the Sacramento Kings. The Celtics got the win 120 to 106. Uh, Jalen Brown did not hit the 30 ball mark. Probably doesn't really matter much anymore. But the more impressive thing about this box score is I'm looking at, they had 7 guys in double digits. Now, this is not one of the better Boston teams that we've been seeing over the last 7, 8 years. But when you plug Tatum in with this group that they have right here, uh, they'll be feeling pretty confident about what they can do potentially in the Eastern Conference playoffs. They're already 21-12. They're getting solid contributions out of Anthony Simons. Sam Hauser has obviously been a guy that's been a contributor for them throughout the last 2 years. Obviously, Derek White self-explanatory on that aspect, and then Peyton Pritchard and the growth in his game over the last 2 years as well. When it comes to him having more opportunity and also more minutes to be able to get his game off and develop as a player. Quater or Quater, however you say his name, he's been solid for them in the front court down low as well. So, like I said, you plug. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
More racers mobilize.
Man, shout out Cato. I think he's like top 10 in on off this season. That's very impressive to me. So I'm my boy Jalen Brown too.
Jalen Brown's probably gonna be first team, ain't he? Ain't he having that type of year?
Say that one more time. What?
No, I said ain't Jalen Brown finna be first team All NBA probably.
They
I mean,
probably give it to Cade, but he's having that type of season in my opinion. You probably
yeah,
go, let's say Luca get it, Shea get it. Yeah, I think Brown can get it when I'm really thinking.
yeah,
Because
because
Jokic not
If you knock Jokic,
Giannis,
Wemby, and
Jokic,
Giannis,
iffy.
I'm back. My bad.
yeah,
So
if
yeah,
you,
JB can for sure get it.
Wait, what? Y'all talking about
yeah.
JB MVP?
No, we're talking
No,
about
all
first team
NBA,
All NBA,
first team.
first team All NBA.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? Oh, all right. I was about to say,
Nah,
what the hell? Yeah, JB. I mean, this is a season of a season. I mean, it's really just that simple. I mean, 29, 6, and 5 on 50% from the field. I mean, you can't really do nothing but shake his hand and be impressed. And then he also picked up his 3 point percentage as well in comparison to what it was last year, where he struggled from three. So I'm really impressed with Jaylen Brown as a leader this year, um, as a player, as a scorer, and just what he's been taking that Celtics team to do. Because I remember the first 2 3 weeks of the season, people felt like they were hoping that they would be a lottery team. That's way out the window now, obviously. So, like I was saying while I was picking back up, they got the guard play, and also not even if them not even having a guard player or not, they will still have a guy that's one of, if not the best. Well, I'll just say one of, not probably the best, playmaking forward. Oh no, let me take that back. One of the better playmaking forwards in the NBA, and Jason Tatum when he returns, and how good he is at when it comes to scoring, passing the ball, and how he developed in that aspect as well. So, yeah, they ought to be confident when Jason Tatum returns within the next 2 months, with this roster that they have. As long as they're getting solid contributions from Anthony Simons, Payton Pritchard, and what they get out of Sam Hauser from a floor space perspective from three, and Derek White and company. So, and Jordan Walsh as well. So, shout out to the Celtics, man. They rolled over and beat the Kings 120 to 106. It's hard for me to say real words about the Kings, to be honest, y'all. I, yeah, I can't. Good luck, and hopefully they get a top pick. Um, Last but certainly not least, still to kind of say some brief things. First and foremost, Keontae and Lauri Markkanen did not play in this game. Keontae's dealing with an illness. I think Lauri was the same thing. Can't remember. Also, Nurkic did not play as well, dealing with a sprained left toe. So that got them a lot of opportunity for guys. I got a lot of opportunity for guys like Cody Williams, Isaiah Collier, Bryce Sensabaugh, and company to be able to step up in this game. Obviously, it was not enough. The Clippers jumped out in this game 16-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game. And they've been jumping out on teams pretty much a lot lately. And Kawhi Leonard has a lot to do with that. Last night he had 45 points, 16 for 29 from the field, 6 for 16 from three. Damn, is that a career high? 16 threes. 6 for 16 from three. And after that, they had contributions from Derrick Jones Jr. off the bench, Nicholas Batum off the bench, and also Kobe Sand off the bench, while Harden having 20 points and 7 assists. So they're on a 6-game winning streak. Look like they turning the page. I don't want to go too far on that. We'll see what they end up doing. Between anything you want to say about y'all win yesterday over the Jazz?
Yeah, you spoke on it. We went up 16-0. We really had the tempo. Then it's the funniest thing ever because Will Hardy called back to back timeouts in less than like 30 seconds. And then he went with the what's it called? The second unit with Bryce, couple other, scrappy guys. And I thought they energy level was way better than the other guys. But shout out to Cody, is it Cody
Williams.
what's it? Jada, bro. Cody Williams or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
Cody Williams.
Yeah, I thought he impressed me last night. Like I think he only made 4 threes all year, and he just randomly came in. He was moving well offensively, defensively. But we know the Clippers was going to give him belt. Like it's without Walker, it's without Market, it's without like they get 3 starters. Even though Walker been hurt for like all year, Flip looked solid. I liked a couple of their players to be honest with you. But yeah, speaking of the Clippers, that nigga Kawhi, bro, man, he looking like the best player in the NBA. Like teams been double teaming him. He been attacked. Like he's not doing it against single coverage. Like he's moving off ball, catch and shoot, getting to the rim. And his 2 pointers, bro, he was 10 of 13 on twos. And he only had like 2 layups. Back to the basket. I think it was on I forgot who was it on, but he was going left wing, pump fake on some Kobe shit. Bruh, this nigga Kawhi Leonard, bruh, the shit he on right now, bro. I don't want to speak it, too crazy, but he looking like the best nigga in the game, bro. Like I know it's a small sample
I don't
size,
want
but
to
he's
speak too
averaging
crazy and say that.
he's looking like it, impact metrics. But it's like, it's really nigga, he averaging 28 and a half. He clamping up defensively. Like, bro, this not he's averaging 28 and a half points the entire season, brother. Like what he's doing right now, bro, 28 and a half. round that up to 29, and he giving me all defensive level. Even though the off-ball defense was a little bad, to be honest, he got backdoored like twice, and he had Isaiah Collier hit him with a crazy off-ball juke. I ain't never seen one of them. Like the football, like you know me type shit. But like, bro, I don't want to speak too crazy, but I don't know. You gonna let them folks keep doing what they doing, bro. You gonna
Shout out to the Clippers, dog.
Wait, Tween. Tween, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, Anish?
No. Yeah, I got a question to ask you about like your team. Are you like really? Are you concerned about like Ty Lue making Harden and Kawhi possibly play heavily minutes at
Nah,
all?
I'm not. James been resting last couple. He hasn't played the fourth quarter in like 3 games. And Kawhi, he's bro, the way he's moving, I don't think he wants to get pulled because like the shots is butter. So it's really not like a high low thing. It's more just a shot count type thing. I don't think he really going crazy. They're getting they're staggering the minutes. James is playing it most of he played the entire third, the entire first. Kawhi comes in, he plays the last 5 minutes. He comes out the last 5 minutes in the third. He plays all the fourth. So it's just like, bro, I don't like what Kawhi doing, what James doing, what Collins doing. You got Kobe Sanders, the young fella. It's just like, bro, it's a lot of young players playing. Like the guys is really not playing that crazy minutes. You only played 29 minutes last night, and that was like what 4 games rest.
All right.
Yeah, true.
Appreciate you answering this question. That was a quick NBA run through. A couple of games to look forward to today. We have, I think Draymond's not playing this game for rest, but we have OKC versus the Warriors. We also got the Grizzlies going against the Lakers. I think that's actually going to be a really good game as well. John Morant, Coward, and Jaren going against that Luka and LeBron-led Lakers team. Unfortunate news in Denver. Jonas is out for 4 weeks now, some change. And obviously Jokic. So DeRozan Holmes is going to be the guy to step up in the front court. I'll have to assume Cleveland gets that win pretty easily. What else? Atlanta and New York. Trae Young is not playing today. And with Milwaukee and Charlotte can be a good game as well. So we got some games that's worth watching in the NBA today. Hopefully y'all tap in. Saturday, make sure y'all pull up to the Discord tomorrow. We're going to have a NFL watch party. And also, conference play started in college basketball. I need to check on some things. So I need to check on some things before I'm like, who's
12 p.m. tomorrow, Alabama.
got Bama tomorrow at 12. Okay. Yeah, I got a Bama tomorrow at 12. We got Nebraska and Michigan State today. All right. So I'll be back locked in tomorrow for the most part. So if I'm right here, I'll probably be right there. I'll pull up in the YouTube TV and put that game on the screen. If not, I probably won't be back into my desk until 4:30 for the football and watch the Kentucky game on my iPad or something like that. So I wanted to run through that real quick, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in on Friday's show. We'll probably pick up another versus next Friday. Yeah, next Friday we'll pick up another versus. And if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Daily sports show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We are back on Thursdays in like 2 weeks, so keep that in mind too. We'll have NBA for Wednesday and Thursdays, and until the NFL season is over, which should be over within the next month and like a week or something like that after the Super Bowl. So thank y'all for all the support today. I got to make some runs. Appreciate y'all for rocking with Facts and Stats. Happy New Year to every somebody that's in here. Wish y'all nothing but peace, blessings, and love the whole entire 2026. And I'll see y'all on Monday morning for the actual show. But I'll obviously be talking to y'all throughout this weekend during the watch parties and things like that. So you can take it to the open. If anybody wants to, y'all can go to the open. I gotta make one of them. You can go to the watch parties tab.
Is it go to the open?
You can go to the watch, because the open talks it's like only a one person stage thing. You can go to the watch party tab, or y'all go to open talks. Open talks if you want, and y'all can continue talks there. Peace, blessings, and love, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the support. Or it can move out of here.